This is how we don't get YouTube famous.
Yeah. The DM forgets to hit record.
I like the wood inlay on the end. I didn't notice that here. That's a very nice touch.
Thanks.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that is wood.
That is real wood.
That is also.
That's pretty neat.
Would you like me to repeat my very emotional message?
Yes. Can you remember every bit of it?
Word for word.
Yes. If you don't get it the same, it's not going to hit as hard.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. You
All
can
right.
do better now. You rehearsed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my acting.
And
Shake it off.
Take
Shake
two.
it off. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Okay,
And
so I'm messaging the child, and I think I'm gonna die, so I'm like, clean your feathers.
Or
Smile. Be happy. And I think that'll be it.
Very official.
I
don't realize that this is single too.
Oh, on me?
Yeah.
Oh, that was like
I
the
love
most
it, Ty.
emotionally in touch with myself I've ever been.
It's just gear oil.
That's my message to you.
For those of us older
The
adults.
child says, I'm gonna see you again. You're not allowed to die. You're not.
Ooh, I like this.
I'm probably just gonna like, death comes for everyone, child. I'm no exception. And then I'm gonna hang up.
Do you realize? Oh, she can just hang it up, and then you hit the button on your end.
No, we're not done talking.
You're not in charge of all of them, buddy.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Response.
I'm triggering her own trauma. But also, shortly after, I'm remembering things, and now I'm having a panic attack. So that was the only thing I figured out that would probably be a good time to get something out of. So.
Yeah, if you want to share your memory, you can. You don't have to. But
No, I'm not gonna share.
okay.
Just know that, I'm having a time over here. It's not a good one, but it's a time.
Hearing that, I will hit the intercom again and say, Quillith, Neff,
Is Quillith?
Walter.
Where is Quillith?
Quillith, we backed up that Quillith is in the same room with Neff.
Okay.
I'm just like trying to soothe the child, sobbing,
Other child.
panicking.
You're also crying?
Yeah, Quillith had
But
some.
this is the panic room right now.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not crying.
There's just a bunch of gear oil everywhere.
projecting.
And Blue Shield.
Bird tears.
Yep.
Lullabies through her tears.
We'll get the doors open to the escape pod. If you can get the doors open and into us, we'll make it in time.
Okay, let's try to.
Open the door into the engine room?
Well, let's use this thing. Sorry. Let's try to make Blue Shield bust the doors down because it doesn't matter.
Blue Shield.
Blue Shield doesn't really listen to anybody because they're a child. We can try it. I've also suggested that. But also, I really need to escape right now. So, God will let me roll with advantage. Right, God?
Depends on what you do. I will update you and remind you guys that the engine room is completely filled with mist.
And
It
it's
is
cold.
heavily obscured. It is snowing in there and hailing. These doors for our limp-wristed group have been real difficult to open and have been extremely time-consuming for you. The door to the stairs is a simple door to open. The stairs, you don't know if they're filled with mist. The cabin area, you don't know if it's filled with mist. You know the main atrium area is probably filled with mist, but that connects directly to this because the hatch is in the ceiling here.
Oh, that's right.
Is that hatch open yet?
When you guys go into that space, you will learn that. But
So we could meet
beginning
him
to.
up top.
And jump on top, just like Tom Cruise.
Because either way, we're gonna have
Yeah,
to
and
go.
we'll
We're gonna have to go
probably
through
find
that door.
I do want to check the stairs, I guess, to see if there's any smoke over there. Miss.
mist?
And this
There's
door.
smoke, we're screwed.
Yeah, if there's
Yeah,
smoke,
then
it's
we got other houses.
yeah, things went south real fast.
Mist, sleet, rain.
Yeah.
And this
There's a
door
lot
is
going on.
shut. Like we
Yes,
tried
that
to
door
do that,
is
we-
still sealed. Yeah.
Without the engine to the
You guys,
to the power.
right? Correct. There is no power to the engine. There is, well, I shouldn't say that. The engines are not started. There is the ability for them to start now, but they are not started. And that was one thing Walter was relaying to you guys previously, was that, okay, now that we have that, now we need to go to the engine room and actually get everything
Yep.
going here. So that's kind of where.
Yes, I mean, I guess that is another option. So if you can get that door open and start the engines,
Yeah, but
you
that's
could
where
try to
it's all
backtrack, but then you're going to get.
That's where the weather's all gross.
Yeah, I don't know when the mist is going to be worse, right?
Yep.
Walter's head is still in a hole in the wall, right?
No,
Can you-
that's
No.
Forgeborn is.
Forgeborn's
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, I
So,
should
yeah,
disconnect
Forgeborn.
them.
So, Kellen, get your head out of the hole
They're not
and give us a
Master
hand open the
Blaster
door.
anymore.
he's
No.
blocked.
Oh, he's dead?
No,
He's-
he's like, is he dead?
He's definitely not kicking.
Not okay.
He stopped moving and
Oh, that's
stirring
right.
after he whinnied the food, so it's probably not the best.
It's not okay.
Um,
Definitely not okay.
no.
Missed him.
It's, you know,
After he-
Simple yet effective.
Mhm. I would T-pose him, but they are not
Yep.
bendable.
Love it.
how many people can fit into one pod again?
You guys estimated maybe 10 people could get
Oh,
in there.
okay, so I
Yeah.
could grab one leg Walter and
And how many
Bring him
people
in with
do
us.
we know are still on the ship after the, or like?
On the top floor, on the command deck, the captain and Mirabelle were there last you knew.
But he screamed and just.
Yep.
went out
And
the
they
down.
they sealed themselves into.
They sealed the command deck.
Okay.
Sally and Robert were in the owl room. Walter and Forgeborn are in the aft hold, and then the 6 of you.
They were in the. Maybe they can get through that broken window.
But we.
yeah, jump
That's how
out.
they-
Not
Maybe.
that I know this, but Forgeborn is.
Yeah, have you
Rough.
relayed? No, you haven't relayed to anybody what happened with Forgeborn.
Did you kill
No,
him?
because
No.
why is that important right now?
Right. Yes.
He had a job and he fulfilled it, so.
Yes. True.
No, that's fair.
How
On to
much,
next.
real fair.
how much do I know about this bomb?
Which one?
The bomb that we took from the briefcase.
Oh, you're gonna play frisbee with the bomb now?
No, I'm gonna. Well,
Did
I'll see
did,
how,
did
Blast
Goder
open the
show
door.
it? To,
I,
did
yeah,
you?
I will see how good this door could. Because we could, instead of you trying to restart the engine, you could.
I would think you probably wouldn't have much experience with them. Goder probably would have some technological understanding of what it is.
Okay.
Goder probably knows that this is effectively a landmine, right? And it's a equivalent type explosion.
So I'll run up.
It's
to,
a bomb. It's
I'll run up to Goddard and the commander because it seems like they would be the.
oh yeah, the
best
commander's
ones
with you guys too. Sorry.
To
I
like
keep
say, it, I'll
forgetting.
say. Seems like you guys knew this was a bomb. Could we use it to blow the door that wouldn't open? And give Neff, Quillith, and Walter a chance.
I'm gonna roll a investigation to number one, try to discern if it has enough power. And
Mhm.
number two, see if I can set it off with my crossbow.
Okay.
Like, attach it to the door somehow,
Mhm.
like, and try to figure out the door and if it's like the weakest spot.
Go for it. Oh boy.
My glasses got in the way. Oh yeah, I got 4.
Would the commander help him at all
I think I'm just gonna play frisbee right
in
now.
this?
Yes. If you want to roll with advantage, roll again. The commander does have experience with these, and she can somewhat help you.
Oh. 10 plus
10.
7, 17.
Okay. So between you and the commander, kind of like looking at it, looking it over, kind of tinkering with it a little bit. This is effectively like a mine that you place. You press the center down, and it's active, and anything that disturbs it would explode it. It would easily blow this door apart. It may blow the back half of the ship off, but it would easily blow the door apart. But at this point,
And just
'Cause-
the parts we want are far away from land as far as the
yeah, yes, yeah, opposite side of the ship. So, and then you guys know that. So this is the door to the stairs. The stairs are basically, like this
Yep.
up here. This is the back of the ship. there, as far as you guys know, there's nothing past that. That's the end of the ship.
Alrighty, should we give it a try?
Yeah.
Me as well.
So, and that's effectively right here. Sorry, we're kind of turned around, but the end of the ship is effectively right here. Yep.
So I think let's gather up Calwin and
Betsy.
hold on.
Not Betsy.
Yeah, not Betsy.
Not Betsy.
Betsy comes with.
She's fun
Tanit,
today,
right?
man.
Yeah, I don't know why it was
I love
based on
Betsy.
Tanit. So I'll say let's go. Let's gather everybody up here together and let's decide because we should.
Okay.
This guy is extra.
What are you doing? What are you planning on doing?
So,
Here's an idea for you guys. Who else can fire at a landmine? Because it might be good for somebody that can
Those are extras.
put the landmine in the door and fire it with a crossbow or
Yeah.
something like that. And I can go down here
I was counting the people.
as an
And I was
artificer
like-
and try to discern how to launch the capsule. Does that sound like a good way to divide and conquer?
that's on you guys.
Yeah, we are.
You
I was-
create. Does that sound like a good way to divide and conquer?
I don't have anything ranged.
I was thinking about
I got a
it.
dagger I can flip at it.
Okay. Oh, I don't
So
know.
I feel
Or a
like
dart.
You could be
I have
far.
a dart that I can
Um,
flip
What's
at.
your
it.
range on your dart? Like, do you guess you might be far
Four.
enough away?
you and I
Am I?
might not be
20
thinking
feet.
straight,
But
but
I mean,
That doesn't sound great.
yeah.
it also might not be the worst thing.
Kenneth, what do you
for-
have for ranged weapons?
If we do look
I got
upstairs,
pistol.
That's a good way to make
We
sure
only
you
have
blow
2
off the
minutes
backside of the
left.
ship.
But I know
I
that
am
you're kind of
proficient
about
in
what's
crossbows,
face.
though.
I am not
So-
You want to take
proficient
my
with
crossbow?
Well,
You take my crossbow, you take the mine.
What
I'll go
I'm
the opposite
thinking
direction.
right now
'Cause if
is
you're not
Lilith
proficient
is
in crossbows,
not
we're trying to
going
hit this
waste
thing.
the shield here.
Like if you're not proficient
If
and
she
you're
has
gone.
to
But Calvin is.
take that
Calvin is
shard
with that.
out of this machine, she's going to see if she can do that.
You have a
Because
dagger.
So yeah, so I guess maybe we do.
I think that's
Here's a premise.
she's very
A couple
fixated
people,
on
Commander and you,
Okay,
do this
you did that
to try to
over
get them
at Walter.
free.
So, Neff, you
We still
remember
need to
last
reopen
time
that
that
Oh, yeah,
you
sorry.
felt there was
So,
enough space inside
go
of
to
Blue Shield that you
Abe
could jam
and
Walter in.
Tanit
Yes.
start opening the
Okay.
door while they're
Um,
rigging this thing.
So you're trying to
You're
get
trying to
You
get through this
and
door.
Quilla too,
That
being in
one's
that
Yeah,
space,
so
you've seen that
these
Blue
two-
Shield
Yeah, so these two are flipped.
basically
That guy's
punched
here.
through
they're
a
also-
heavy
So
reinforced
they're
door.
here. They're trying to get on this.
This
Yeah,
machine
they're trying
is
to go,
built
like,
to be
deck would be.
nearly indestructible, is from what you can tell.
I mean, to
So,
me, I think that's our
could it survive
best chance.
the ship
So we're
crash?
still trying to
Possibly.
build
It
that door
looks strong enough that it
this door. I think
It
so.
could.
I mean, the
maybe
only
it has
way
other
that-
things
the
that
only
it
other way
can
they've
do
got
that you
is
don't
to
know
go
about
up,
yet. But
up
it
on,
looks
like through
like a
the
giant.
upstairs.
Yeah, but if
heavily
we-
armored
like,
golem.
Blow off the back of the
Well,
ship.
And then it's like,
They
if
can't
we have
get
a
up.
chance
If
to
we
get
like,
Walter
if
off
it
the
doesn't,
main
if it does too
spot,
much damage,
then I
they
feel
won't
like
have
I should
Right,
go
I,
back
that's what I'm
and
saying. Like,
shove him
we
in
have
his
a
face
couple of
this
bad
time.
options here.
So just like
Right.
we got bad option A.
Yeah,
bad
and then like
option
maybe
B.
be stuck in there
We
because
still
we're
want
gonna
to
have
go
afterwards.
up
Right, where are
because
escape
if we
pods
blow
going
up
to
the
be?
stairs by accident and they're stuck
They
on
can
the lower
swing.
level, then
Exactly.
that's bad. But
Right.
if they're
Oh,
up,
I see what you're
then at
saying.
the very least,
If they can't get to it, they could go the other route.
Yeah.
Ah, I like that.
I can
That's
die.
I think this is a better idea.
Did you guys relay to Neff and Quillith what you found in the briefcase?
hey yo, we got a bomb.
I don't think we ever did so far.
Didn't
Okay.
quite,
Idea.
didn't quite understand why there was the bomb. Can't say bomb on an airplane. Now it makes much cooler.
I mean, we already had snakes on the motherfucking plane, right?
Well, so we had some letters. Wrote that down somewhere. All right, so here is our thoughts. Is you guys go up to the main deck, or at least above this deck, so that we blow this door. And if we do too much damage, you can still at least take the bad option of trying to run to the hatch to here.
You know, it's not a bad idea, but I have a feeling Quillith is going to be kind of a problem.
Okay. Sorry. She's having a hard time. But also, Quillith, Sally would also be an asset to have.
How?
For her own
Is she a
for
single
her
mother?
own-
One of her children is a baby robot, and the other one is missing his
Exactly.
leg
And
now.
she needs to know everything about that.
I don't think she does. But also,
Quillith does, though.
I understand.
So
yeah.
you, to help this situation, you should relay the information that you found in the briefcase.
Right.
Because that's one of the things I need to retcon to.
Right. So
We can pause time and say that this was done in the past, so that.
Oh, okay. Because what I was also going to say is, like, right now, I would go to the intercom, or
Yeah.
one of us would say, "So we have a plan. It's a bad plan, but it involves the bomb that we found."
Oh, bomb!
Yeah.
Dun
So,
dun dun!
so what we found in the briefcase were 6 letters of credit.
And that's my bad part. Is it's 8 letters of credit, and they are 10,000 apiece. I was trying to correct it in my notes, and I mistyped it. So
Okay.
they're 8 and they're 10.
We have 8 letters of credit worth 10,000 gold each to House Kandaric. 1 envelope that says Baker. Did we open the envelope?
You did, and you tried to read it, and it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
gibberish.
Yep, it's gibberish. And it's gibberish to the point of we don't think it's even a language. It might be more of like a code language that needs something
And
special.
it felt somewhat magical to you. I think you did an arcana on
Yep.
it, if I recall.
We found 1 sending stone, a token of Featherfall, and the bomb that we talked about, and a mask with a string on it.
Yes.
And the feeling of the mask with the string is what that the guy. So there's a good chance that somebody that's here might have been involved in trying to fill these pods with mist energy.
So, Quillith, when he says token with Featherfall, you should make an insight check on that.
11.
11.
Plus, sorry.
oh.
Insight. That's 16.
16, nice.
Nice.
So, token of Featherfall is a fairly common object in this world, and it's because Sharn is built in a way that there's so many different levels. These tokens of Featherfalls are common, that people will just use it and basically just step out of a window and fall and activate their token and land softly on the ground. There is no height limit for it. It's once you get close to the ground, you just activate it and you gently land on the ground.
Okay.
It's very, very common. Many people just carry them on them. A lot of them are single use, but they're like handed out like candy. They're
Right. And I remember
real easy to get.
I remember somebody saying that was like the safety plan for the ship goes
Yep,
down.
yep.
Tokens of Featherfall.
Does
So I'll relay that information in case anybody else knows.
Yep. So you don't feel like there's any reason why Walter or Blue Shield couldn't activate it.
Yeah, but then like they're down in the mist, in the dead zone, are they not?
Yeah, but where are we gonna be? Probably also in the mist. It's not like we've got rockets out of here.
We don't know. We
I
don't know
have
how
a
much
jetpack in my
propulsion
backpack.
That's what I'm.
Just
Yeah.
kidding, I don't know.
I think that's a good escape plan for Blue Shield.
Honestly. And we probably have to send Walter because Forge 1 is a baby. And Walter with his one leg can fit in his sister now.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just be like, hope to find you out there,
When
bud.
when you relay that, I would have asked, could we put it on Blue Shield, and could he carry Walter while he's falling?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. We shove Walter into Blue Shield and then they can figure themselves out.
Yeah, I don't know if we want Blue Shield carrying Walter. Blue Shield is gonna go insane as soon as all of the mist is there. Blue Shield can't handle
Sure,
that.
I'm thinking of different, like, if we get stuck without... Blue Shield wants Walter, but Blue Shield also has that negative effect, right? Like, there's conflicting things with that. So, yes, it's a good way to huck him out the airlock and say, here you go, dude, hit the ground, and hopefully there's no more mist down there. And then we can gather back up.
There's a lot of unknowns.
I guess there is, but there's a lot of options, which is good.
Well, we
so-
have 2 minutes.
Hard
so
choices.
Right. So, I relay our plan for the bomb.
time's
Quickly.
ticking. I think
Yep.
honestly, I mean,
Do you want us to blow this door? Or do you guys want to go through the top deck and try to gather Sally and Luna Dream? And the rest of the group.
You want to split the party?
What I think
We
we
already
should
split
do,
them.
because
Yeah.
let's
So-
split it even more.
Alright.
Let's really do
Space.
something.
Why doesn't everybody pick a different room to go into?
I told you it is Spaceballs.
Yes.
Do you remember that room we didn't check? I'm gonna go look in
Oh,
there.
God.
Just to make sure we catch all the things.
There's literally
So
only
even though
one
Baker's
space that I didn't
room, I
make.
grabbed half the gold. I'll go back.
There's only one place you didn't make.
Okay.
I want to go there
But I think
before the ship blows up.
Kulith doesn't want to just leave the baby alone because that's a baby,
Yeah.
and that's rough. So Kulith thinks that we should shove Walter in there because she also hates Walter and thinks that he can manage it.
I also
Too late
hate
if he's
Walter.
positive, right?
Yeah.
I don't. I have a complicated
So
relationship.
you're okay with leaving Blue Shield with Walter, as long as Blue Shield has somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think that Walter is going to protect this creation.
He's a smart kid.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's a smart guy. But I think we should go find Sally.
We need the
Just,
feather
like, do
fall
the
token
things like-
too.
All right.
Yeah, they should have some upstairs.
Mm,
Wait, that
Maybe.
fire into mist and destruction?
so
Great question.
my thought, I like the idea. We blow up the thing. They go up the stairs though, so in case it blows up, it's gonna probably go. I mean, it's gonna go up, but it's probably gonna go down more because it's on the floor.
They have more
Yes.
options then, right? Yeah.
There's a better chance of survival and not blowing off.
Two bad options instead of one bad option,
Yeah.
right?
well,
Also,
it's-
you guys would all know that Gwyleth can fly.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
What?
Quills
I
can
know,
fly.
I got wings. It's
so-
not gonna make me
Fly
crazy
on out of
just
there, dude.
flying.
And they're glowy.
So the
Yeah, so you can see me. I'll
Yeah.
be Rudolph.
so if we basically what we need to do is we need to get Neff with
Hey.
us, but
And
because-
probably Gwyleth,
and
too.
probably will,
Let's blast some doors.
but I mean wings and
Yeah.
feather, and we also need to get the feather fall token to them because it's up with us.
Right.
So we blow the door. Hopefully, we don't destroy the ship too bad. They can get up there or down there depending on which way they go, and then we go to the pods and Walter and Blue. And we try to find Walter and Blue Shield. Hopefully, Walter is concussed and can hit the featherfall token before they hit the ground.
Well, Blue Shield can hit it, or they can hit it and activate it
That's
onto
true.
it.
That's true. But also, stubborn baby, right?
Yeah, I
Isn't
don't
that-
trust
isn't
the baby.
So I
Babies have to learn.
yeah, that's a good point.
Just throw them out of space, airship.
That's how they learn
It
how
sounds-
to
it
fly.
sounds like-
It's
it
natural
sounds like-
selection. It's a bitch.
Bad plan.
Right?
I mean, we don't have many other options.
We might all
Yeah,
die
so I
if
guess
we
to Neff and Quillith, do you want us to blow the door?
And do you feel more comfortable going up or down once we blow up the door? So you can,
While we're blowing the door.
yeah, while you're blowing the door, so you can get hopefully to us.
I think we're going up. I am frightened right now, and I need to run. So if you're blowing up a door, I can't immediately run. So I will probably book it upstairs after shoving Walter into his sister and saying "stay," and then closing the door, and then being all like, "The feather fall will be.
We'll be back.
Well,
Someone will be back."
Yeah.
But if not, here's
Um,
your feather fall token.
we don't have
We don't
one.
have it yet.
What does
Yeah,
does
just shove it
Walter
in
have one
there.
on his person? Like, did he?
Oh, let me ask. I take him back out.
Hold on, we'll get there. He's not in there yet. He's still waiting for his turn at the controls.
Yeah. So I guess Commander would be the one that's setting the bomb because she has experience with
Yep,
it.
she can do that.
Callan would be in a position to shoot her crossbow to activate
Okay.
it,
Sure. Yep.
and then that opens the door for you guys to. Hopefully, it doesn't damage it enough that you can swing down in and like get through the door.
Should I back up the child just in case they miss?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it. The only thing is, we also have to get through that door
Oh, yeah.
while
Yeah.
this is happening.
This
So
is
then-
a distance.
Yeah. So
yeah,
we have
I would say
three.
you go over there because like I can just keep shooting. You know, like if you guys are stuck at the door and I haven't
So,
blown it up.
and to give you guys a frame of reference, the pods begin launching at 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, you don't necessarily know if you can get into a pod once the sequence starts, but you know that this is the last pod to be ejected. That's the one that you guys believe you can utilize. So there's, a spire here of 8 pods all the way around. So the top one is going to obviously start launching first.
You didn't build all 8. I'm disappointed.
It would have been a stupidly
Yeah,
tall tower.
yeah, right. I was thinking that. I'm like, oh yeah, now I get it. 'Cause
Yeah.
that would have been a real.
Yes.
That's how I see it.
Yeah,
That's
I
how I
agree.
see it going.
Good.
Us 3 are working on the door. I got my crowbar. You got your artificer's tool. You're going to be our meat puppet. Because that was the only one I could think of instead of meat shield.
I am a squishy bard.
None of us are strong, so.
You'd be weaker than me.
And then you guys are doing your thing. I don't.
Yep. I think it's a very
I'll
smart
give you
idea to ask Walter
the
if he has
Featherfall
a
coin.
token of Featherfall on him.
Okay.
Because then we can leave it here or drop it, or you're in a position to do a handoff.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
And then I'll put the
So-
banknotes in my
3.
underpants.
Break.
You can just carry the briefcase,
I want to know my underpants.
Well,
pass out the banknotes to everybody. Everybody eat
You
these.
get a banknote. You get a banknote.
I definitely want a bank now.
But should
that's-
we split up the stuff so in case one person dies, we don't.
That really isn't the worst idea. I like it.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess there's 4 of us. Each of us take 2 banknotes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just don't
Not that
die.
that mattered, but I just rolled an 18 charisma check. for
Hey,
some reason.
hey, you're feeling real charismatic. You did a nice hair flip and you looked really good in the moment.
Hey, door. How do you feel about opening for me?
Everybody was just like, "Oh, damn!"
I don't know, but I'm feeling okay.
Did
Everybody
the
goes to
commander
double
see?
take.
Ah, yeah. Orc lady's gone. So you
She
gotta-
did. She did.
Any important story?
While she's composed, you see a moment where she's.
It's not the time, people.
It's always the time.
Alright. Let's go
Okay,
up the door.
so-
Go up doors.
Is anybody going back into this room at this moment, or are you guys all staying in the shield room?
There's 3 of us
can't-
going that way.
Yeah, we can't get in there because we shut the door to keep
Correct.
the.
So you guys aren't working on cranking that
We,
door.
Yeah.
3 of us are
The
cranking the
3
door.
of you are cranking the door
2 are working on the bomb. And
okay.
then you guys are doing
all at the same
your
time.
thing. Yeah.
And then you guys are handling that. Okay, let me.
Yeah.
She's placing the bomb.
Okay,
So
before
that-
you
and
talk
the
to
commander,
Walter.
So that's
Yeah.
the 2. Then it's-
Okay, we'll say that all of the chatting, the communication is done at this point. Okay. Here we go.
We,
Yeah.
we are
Oh, no.
A half an hour later, that was 10 seconds. Okay. Walter is going to. Let's see, because you just spoke on it. Walter's going to kind of like elbow his way in there and ignore your questions, and he's going to push on the thing to communicate to everybody, and he's going to go, "Okay, good. We're heading to the engine room now. We need to restart the engine. We'll need 4 people to operate the control panels. We'll have to manually crank the rings back to pre-launch position before we can start the engines. Can anyone get to the atrium to see if the rings are... Oh, if they're not damaged, we can get them back into the position, ignite the main engines, and then it's just a matter of directing the energy flow back to the rings. Captain, if you and Mirabelle can get to the command orbs, we can still move the ship. Once the power's in, I can check the shield, possibly get it going again. Everybody just ignore the countdown. We won't need the pods to do this. I need 2 people to stay in the shield room and monitor the elemental rings and the storage tanks and have the valves to the engines. Once the engines... And he just continues talking.
And then
Slap him.
And then he obviates our entire plan to make another decision. Yeah.
He, as you know, he is extremely caught up in this.
Yep.
He knows this ship down to the point of like, oh yeah, it's right here. Like, this is the back of his hand type stuff. He knows how to operate this. And he is so far down a mental rabbit hole of like getting the ship back going. He does not know anything else that's going on in this space.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pull him by the collar and I'm gonna be like, "Are you an idiot?" I'm like, "Look around you. We're beyond that point. We need a plan C. We're not getting this shit back up." And
Your
running."
mechanical best friend is in a door.
Yeah.
Get perspective, bro.
Would you like to persuade or intimidate him?
Let me see. The answer to that is yes, but let me.
Can I?
No, I'd like to perform.
Can I?
La la! It's opera all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And we are going to die.
I am putting you in the robot.
Your friend is in a hole.
Well, like my whole class is like based off bard, like because it's like the whole essentially gladiator, which is just very bard-like.
Can I aid in any way by being like, you need to focus on getting your sister safe?
Yeah, absolutely. You can take advantage of what you're doing, or you can both roll, whatever you want to do.
If you don't want me to use performance, that's fine. I will use one of the other ones.
If you feel like that's what you're doing, that's
Yeah,
what
I feel
you're
like
doing.
it's a very great performance because I'm trying to be human. I'm breathing sometimes.
Blink, blink. Left eye, right eye.
Make it more relatable.
Left eye, right
You have
eye.
that tear still in your eye.
Gear oil.
Yeah, the hero. Okay, that's okay. It's still a 15.
15, okay.
Oh, shit.
Walter has a moment here where he's actually like backed away from the controls, and you can see him like look around the room. And while the mist hasn't filled this room, there is mist in this space, and it's kind of like low, kind of gathered on the floor. And he's kind of like, you know, the red lights are in this room. It's dark in here. It's still real cold, and he's kind of like starting to look. And then he looks over and sees Warforged just like
No. Don't look that way!
in the wall there and not active, and he's like, oh, we could still do this. We could still do this. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. We could do this.
Alright, you know what I gotta do. I'm gonna make Walter go to sleep. You remember
So-
how I did that? Remember how I did that with that
So,
one guard?
Walter's in denial.
In the moment that he's kind of looking around, paused, he's finally off the communicator. He's not in a 2-minute long diatribe of, you know, technical
So we
information.
don't hear him say this?
Right, he's off the communicator. But you do hear, everybody hears, Walter? Walter, it's Mother, my sweet child.
No.
I'm here with the captain, Walter. Honey, you need to get your sister off the ship. We have to go. The mist, the captain, he's not responding, Walter. You have to go. I love you, Walter. And she stops the communication.
I'm like visibly irritated because that was not the time. Just saying.
No, that's okay.
Oh no, Quoth is like dying over
Done
here.
with emotions for today.
Oh.
We have a sad face emoji in my notes.
I guess the captain is probably freaking out because the ship is going down, just like his trauma before. We're all just reliving our traumas right now.
Not everything is trauma.
It is.
So Walter hears his mother's possibly last words to him, and is visibly shaken, and you can see him go from like hyper fixated, like mentally thinking like I can solve this problem, I can get us out of here, I can do this, to like, oh fuck, like we need to get the fuck out of here. Like Mom says it's time to go. We need to go. Like,
No mama's boy.
yeah. I mean, when your dad's a complete absolute asshole, yeah, you're gonna be a mama's boy, right? He's like, okay, what? Yeah, we should go.
We'll go get Sally. You stay with your sister. Do you have Featherfall?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't have a token. We didn't think we would need them. I don't know if there's any even on the ship. The crew was supposed to pack them, but I don't know where they are.
That's so fucking stupid.
No shit.
Maiden voyage.
There's fucking
Literally.
snakes on this plane.
Would I know if there's any tokens on here? Would I know if anybody has any?
Yeah, he's security.
You know there are. You don't know where they are.
Okay.
But yes, there are some on the ship.
I am gonna like talk to Walter and I'm gonna be like, this is like the plan. I'm going to put you inside of your sister, and if we don't make it like back on time, like close the panel completely. Can he do that from the inside, or should I just shove him in and say good luck?
He's
'Cause I'm
gonna
okay
say,
with both.
yeah, I get it. There's space in there. Yeah, seal me in. Seal me in. That's the best way. Yeah, get me in there.
Okay, I'll look for a token.
Who was that?
Walter said, seal me in.
Walter, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna seal him in. I'm gonna get him in there. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, baby.
Okay.
So would we have heard, or would you have relayed the information that they don't have a feather fall?
Yeah. I'm real quick to Walter be like, you better fucking protect that shard.
So then would I be
Serious
able
about
to...
this?
Make an intimidation check on Walter.
As I'm like dragging.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh!
He looks at you in like a come to Jesus moment, like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I mean, oh, keep it safe. Holy fuck.
And then I'm
Do you
gonna...
like your glowy wings get glowier and stuff? You're just like,
Yeah, I would say in that moment, if you want to like freely, like just like
a little blinded.
give him a little like
My wings.
real intense glow, I'd allow a free one of that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He's like, oh, real
right,
church
I'm
moment right
Jesus.
there.
And then I'll go to the intercom and be like, we don't have any feather fall tokens, we need one out here.
So while we were doing that, and we heard this, would I see a vent shaft or something that I could drop the coin into their room? Or are they not connected at all?
How do people come up with smart ideas? I wonder what it's like.
You can.
Working brain.
Yeah,
So this portion of the room would be over that essentially. I would say if you want to spend the time to look for something, you could, but there is nothing obviously apparent of any sort of ventilation
and
between the decks.
yeah, I guess mine is more cursory look. Like
Yeah.
I know we're on a time crunch.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a safer way to hand the coin.
Yeah, I would
out.
say
Yeah.
even with your passive, just being in the space and running through it, you remember that the ceiling of the engine room was like a heavy metal, like protecting covering for the heat. You have no reason to believe there's any sort of.
Okay.
And with your passive, you didn't see anything that came
Perfect.
out of obvious. Yes.
Okay. Then I'm cranking on the door.
I know that some of you guys are blasting the door and you relayed that to us. So I'm gonna be like, if you get in, we're not here. Give it to Walter. Give the token to Walter. And then we will head for the stairs.
Yes.
And just to clarify what you guys did, Walter is Master Blaster right now. Like his body's out. Like we could toss a coin down to him and you could catch it.
I think
Or
the
is he
intent
sealed?
was to seal him in there.
He said
Yeah.
seal him.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you should, well, maybe I should check. Can I hear Walter when he's in there?
Well, let's do that thing first. So,
Okay.
make a strength check if Coolith wants to help you. Do it with advantage to get him like, because he's a one-legged, frail little boy.
Oh my god. He really needs to get over that. Just saying. Just kidding. Okay. Strength.
A real one-legged.
I'm a broken boy.
I'll help, but it probably isn't much.
Ooh. Okay.
Can you use your radiant wings?
Yeah, just kind of flutter.
Ooh, 18.
18, easy enough to do with your abilities. You, the hatch has been opened already. You just pry it down, and in a swift movement, just whoop, dump him in there. And he takes a moment to kind of like, squiggle his arms in, kind of like ducks his head down, and he's like leaning forward. And he looks over, and he's like, "All right, seal me in. I'm good. I got enough space in here." So,
Good thing I only had one leg.
yeah. Yep. It's warm. All right. Sleight of hand to seal him back in there, or dexterity check, whatever,
Okay.
whatever's better for you.
For you.
I definitely give him
Unless you want to do anything else too.
a little bit of a look like before I put him in. Not one that I'm irritated with him like usual, but one where it's just like a knowing look because we've gone through so much, and I'm kind of like, don't die, and then I seal him up.
You're like, see you on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Will you help me with this too?
Looking at him or
No, sealing him up. Looking at him.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you with that because I
Okay, because that roll wasn't
was
awesome.
looking
but-
around in your keyboard.
Oh, natural 20. He's sealed up nice and
Nice.
tight.
Yep. This is not a complicated assembly here, but you're able to put it back in and with your fingers basically screw the wing nuts down, and you feel like he's sealed in there. It's tight. It's airtight in there now.
Kind of like a coffin.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hope he can get out. We're not going to think about that right now. That's his next problem.
You hear could you get me a glass of water?
No habla inglés.
It's real dark in here. He's in there.
Alright, I leave.
Yeah, let's run.
Okay, so let's do you guys now, because you guys, actually you two can, I think that door has like a simple crank on it, if I remember.
You said it was simple, so
Just do a strength check with advantage, or each of you do a strength check just to make sure you're not absolutely limp-wristed on this thing.
18.
Alright, I got this.
18.
Oh, we're so strong
Yep,
today.
good enough. Even with the, you force it open, and no mist comes from this space.
Sick. Then we will go in when it is our turn. Yeah.
Change
Yep.
that.
Yep, sure are. So you guys are effectively at the bottom of the steps, and now we'll get to you guys. Who's going first? What are we doing here?
As they're opening the door, and right before I start cranking this, I'm going to say, Quillith, Neff, as you run past the door, make sure you bang on it hard so they know that you're past.
Are you guys going to go up before the bomb or after
Yeah.
the bomb?
For the mom.
Before, we're not going to stick around.
Okay. So you're running.
Up the
You're going to go up the stairs. Okay.
So should we start the door while they're going upstairs?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
need
just
to
trying
know
to do that
where
to-
the intent is.
Yeah, so that the intent was so that you guys are signaling her, yeah, it's okay to...
Excuse me.
Instead of
Okay.
just standing next to it and then you guys are...
All right, let's see if we can get the door open first.
Okay.
And that's a very tough door, so bang hard.
So I got
And
my
then
crowbar.
the commander needed to do something. Oh, the commander's helping you
Yes.
over here,
Commander's
so
playing
she's
the
not
stuff
helping with the door.
No, that's the three
Okay.
of us.
She will when she's done.
Yep.
But I think
If
the
you guys
first-
don't get it.
Like the first round, definitely she's not
Oh,
helping us. So she's got
Definitely got advantage laying the bomb because
Yeah.
So
All right, let's do the door
I
first.
know I've got advantage for the door with my crowbar. I don't know. Do you get
I do with artificer.
with the artificer's tool?
Yeah, you just add your proficiency bonus onto your artificer's tool.
do I gotta roll anything? When I roll anything?
You're setting up. What are you doing?
I'm
You're helping with the door?
supposedly helping them.
So you could either roll also, or you could give one of them. Well, Zach already gets
I've got
advantage.
it.
You could give Goddard advantage, or you,
Alright,
or
yeah,
you
once
can also roll.
Once you take advantage.
And then you got you.
Cause
Can you sleight a hand on the door?
No.
So my proficiency would be my vast strength.
So you would add your strength and then your proficiency bonus because you're using your artificer's tool. So you would add, what is it, plus
2 plus
Yeah.
your strength.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Athletics
So
probably. if
So
you
you would have
athletics.
+1 to your strength.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd rather use
And
my
it, with
strength.
advantage.
With advantage.
Got a 12.
16 and a 12.
16. 16 and a 12. I would say that initial period is still too tight, and you guys do not feel this initial turn.
Okay.
Go again?
It's the limpers party.
Yes, it is.
Back at it again.
12.
16.
Same thing.
Oh, jeez.
Why can't we get this door to
Push it aside,
open?
Kenneth. Take it
Yeah,
over.
right? Because, my minus 1 to strength is he's going to open a door.
Read some dark poetry to inspire them.
I don't have any bardic inspirations left, though. That's the problem.
14.
Can you just slick your hair?
14.
I mean,
It's all they need.
I can. It's up to the
There you
Yes.
go.
I want.
20.
That's a 20. You guys got it cranked at least, and I'll get one more and you can open it.
18.
20.
Or, 18.
18. What'd you get, Zach?
20.
20. There's a small gap here, maybe like 4 to 6 inches, that you guys could squeeze through. If you want to keep cranking it while they're doing other things, you can.
No, I think we would be like doing this until
Yep.
we hear the explosion, and then they come over.
Okay, let's do the
I
explosion.
think I should scoot on down to our 50 double crack and start investigating.
That
It's up to you.
could be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably stay in case
Yep.
we need to get this door open bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll probably
So-
stay with you.
Okay. I like it though. As it opened, did we feel any like? Do we see mist?
Yep. So here we go. So
Okay.
I just think
when
Kozlot, you should go investigate the.
when Goddard exits this room,
Yep.
Goddard, you see that the hatch on the ceiling is now visibly open, like enough that you can actually see it slowly creaking open. There's enough space that the mist is beginning to fill this room. It's like a pot boiling over, like it's coming down the sides, down the ceiling, and around the space.
Sounds ominous.
You see shapes of people wisping into the area, claws grabbing at their face as they pass right through them. There's just not enough mist yet to do anything, but it is the mist that you've experienced before. It is filling the space. You also make, I would say, make a perception check in this space.
13. No, 12.
13, 12. With a with the 12, you might have caught it. Maybe it was a trick of the eye, but you could have swore the spire just started to rotate. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but something feels off in this space. Okay, let's set a bomb.
Yes.
All right, who's doing the bomb? Bomb, 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 bomb.
Commander with advantage because of the hair flip.
Would I have gotten crossbow advantage from Goddard since he's lending me his crossbow? He would teach me some.
Isn't Tanith with you? He could give you advantage.
No, he's at the door.
Oh yeah, he opened the door. You're by yourself, hey?
Yep.
Isn't the commander with you?
Well, yeah.
She can't advantage you.
Maybe. She's gonna try and set the bomb first. See if she doesn't blow herself up.
Yeah, then she would be by you.
Well, I would consider an advantage. If she blows it up, then it's blown.
Did you want to help the commander set the bomb and then back away?
Sure.
Let's see how we do. Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Okay. She's gonna basically take this disc and force it onto the door, and you see her like take a moment to like turn this assembly and then turn it back, and you hear an audible like kunk, and she's like gently pushes on the center, and you see it like start flashing a bright red color, and she's like backing away from it real slow, and she's gonna get over by you, and she'll be like, okay, it's armed. Whenever we're ready.
Okay.
So if you guys are in that spot, she will help you aim at it.
Ooh.
Got it. Do I hear them bang on the door indicating that they're
Do you remember to bang on the door?
I will.
Bang on the door? Okay.
If you're crazy.
With your bird feathers? No, I'm sure we can remember it.
your brittle bones?
Yeah,
Let's see.
That's
Well, you see, she's about this big, and you could just throw her.
Kellen, what's your passive perception?
Right?
Should be on
Just
the-
shatter.
yeah.
I think it's
So
on
she
the top.
doesn't do
All of her-
forge more. I know she's taking.
Come on,
Her osteoporosis would really
Birds
kick
fly out
in.
windows all the time. They survive.
See, I like that.
Flies into the door.
Yeah.
I thought it was clear.
Passive perception is 12. Passive investigation is
12.
14.
Okay. You two use whatever skill you think you would use to knock on the door.
Does it have to be practical?
I mean, isn't F ever really practical?
So I can do a backflip.
I don't care.
Okay.
Do a backflip against
Are we doing, we're doing acrobatics?
We are doing
It's a real like show off moment.
Some monk shit
How do,
action.
how do I flourish this?
Yeah. I totally knocked on it.
That's only a 15 too, which
Only a
isn't bad.
15.
Wait, it's a 16. I forgot how to count.
Okay, so describe the noise that Calvin hears.
Alright.
The distinct sound of a backflip.
I do like a round out. Like, you know, like those things where, like, I like do a running start and then flip off the door.
Up the steps.
Yep. I kick off the door and then, like, go up the steps so I can just keep going. It's a very fluid motion. It's a nice loud noise so you know we're walking by.
And it sounded like.
parkour, essentially.
You yell at
Yeah.
So you gotta hit it with the 2 hits.
If you want to roll an active perception to be sure that's what you heard, you can. Otherwise, your passive is you feel like you probably heard a kickflip against the door.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a 5.
I'm pretty sure. That's
Flipper can squawk really loud, as loudly as she can, and she's like,
Okay.
just screams.
You're pretty sure you heard a kickflip off the door. So it's up to you to determine when you want to shoot here, how much time you want to spend.
How long has it been since we had the whole conversation when they started running?
I would say you're probably roughly 30 seconds since then.
I'd wait 15 seconds,
Okay.
and then
In that 15 seconds, what are you two doing?
Running.
You're not going to stop at the door and wait for it to open?
No. Maybe later.
Yeah, we're probably good.
No, I kickflip and head upstairs.
Okay, so so the next level up is the main deck that you guys were in a lot. There's that security room that this door opens into. The stairs continue up to a space that I didn't create, but it's essentially the crew quarters. And then the crew quarters is on the back side of the command deck. Do you want to go all the way up to the crew quarters? Do you want to stop at the main level that you guys were on? What would you want to do?
Sally said she was
Just a
with the
little
captain.
shake.
And did they say that they were in the third room though?
Well, we said that when we were talking about it initially. But
Yep.
when Sally messaged us, she said he was with the captain. And I know the captain was trying to actually do something to, like, help fly the ship when necessary.
If anything, I can at least jump down from the thing and fly through. There's a lot of mist though.
That's true, so we'll
We'll
keep
fight
going
through
up.
it. Yeah.
So you're gonna go all the way up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Easy enough to do. It's climbing stairs. Okay, so you can now make your attack roll with advantage to shoot a bomb.
He shoot a bomb on
Did you say bomb? No.
Nope.
that was not
20.
Wait, is it a 20? Then
Yep.
it was your roll.
Nope.
Downstairs.
That's what I'm
Pretty
feeling.
good at it.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
you
don't.
are.
No.
You probably suck at climbing stairs.
She's flapping her way up, you know, hopping.
I missed real bad. I get a 9 unless it has a really low AC.
It does
And it's a
not.
massive bomb.
It's like this big.
Yeah, no, I missed the first time.
Okay, miss. Okay, go ahead and roll again. I assume you're gonna want to try and shoot it again.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Just give up.
miss even more that time.
Okay.
Gosh.
The commander's like, no, just aim at it. Just aim at the thing. It's right there. It's like not even 20 feet away. Just aim at
4
it.
dice and 3 of them are at once.
Oh,
How does that
no.
even happen?
That's
Okay.
rough.
That's 19.
19. Finally, what are you shooting? An arrow?
Crossbow
This
bolt.
this crossbow bolt exits your crossbow and directly in the center of this explosive charge. And there's like a moment where it hits and there's nothing for literally like a split second, and then it's
Wait, what?
boom, and it explodes with such a force that the stair door literally is propelled back through the ship. A massive chunk of the back of the ship is exploded. There's probably 10 feet on either side of the stair doorway that is just launched out the back of the ship. And you're able to see clearly mist now, and there's a moment where the force of the explosion is so much that it pushes the mist back as like the door and debris goes flying out, and then it starts to slowly like coalesce around the ship. But yeah, you mission accomplished.
Thanks, guys.
Nice job.
So
I
I would
love the
say
teamwork.
as the door explodes out of the ship, you guys hit the 1 minute remaining mark.
Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
God, how do you get the coin to?
I'm gonna go just, I mean, I'm climb speed. I'm still really excited about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go climb down them stairs to get to point to Walter.
I think it's 60 feet.
You think you could fly down and fly back to the thing? And I don't know. Just trying to come up with an idea.
I mean,
So
Calhoun-
Calhoun's at the moment with her climb speed, descending the stairs like a spider monkey, head first down.
Yeah.
Okay.
A real thing.
Baby alien style?
Yeah.
Sound like a little kid in a horror movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
Poltergeist
skittering
the
on your
wall shit.
fingertips.
For sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Real Spider-Man level
Yeah.
stuff, yeah.
If
Yep.
Blue Shield wasn't a baby robot, you would be real scared.
Yeah. And then you guys left the door open at the bottom of the steps. So, Calvin, you get into this space that you've been in before, this storage area. The door is open. You clearly skitter in there. The smoke and the debris is kind of like clogging the air. There's like grit now and smoke. But you enter this room with this red emergency lighting. There's a low mist hanging in this space. It's dark in here. And there's the giant mechanical blue shield with just its blue light flaring standing in the center of the room, just looking at you.
Hello.
I'm gonna introduce myself. Hello. I'm Calwyn. This is for you, and I'm gonna walk up to her and put the thing in her hand and say, when you start falling, when you get out of the ship, you have to press this to keep Walter safe. To keep you both safe from the mist, you
Like
have
that.
to press this.
There's like a large mechanical hand that just extends out and just closes around it. And you hear an extremely muffled like, "Thank you! Good luck!"
Walter,
Well done.
That's Walter like screaming.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna
See you on the ground.
goodbye. Get her back up.
There's a
Stairs.
from the other hand.
Thank you.
So as the explosion hits, I'll probably stay. I'm staying until the 30-second mark to see if anybody else is coming through.
All right.
That's my holding pattern
All
right
right. Let's catch.
So I'm on the
So,
chill mode of that.
where are you going now?
I'm going back up to the hole where I just blew up.
The hole that you blew up. Okay.
Yeah, and maybe like looking for them or anyone else.
Okay.
On the way up.
Make a perception check.
It's an 11.
11. You are like climbing up the side of the wall. There's debris and like twisted metal and scraps and everywhere. You don't see any sign of them with that, yeah.
Got it. I'm
Yep.
gonna
It's like yours.
just before I go in the hall yell,
Could do it as
"Hurry
a
up!"
I would say it would be more
And-
like
You're gonna yell that up
it may be more
Yeah.
like-
the stairs?
Yeah.
Maybe more
What are
like-
your guys' passive
There's like
perceptions?
in your paths.
Great
you see
question.
equipment that looks like this.
12.
Probably never.
So
found
not.
this
Oh, I'm
before.
12 across the board.
15.
15.
Hey.
Quillith, you would have heard Calvin yell up to you if you want to acknowledge or say anything else.
That was
Maybe even
Calvin.
Intelligence.
What?
You know, like, whatever you
Close
think
is
of
gonna be
that
like, be
brain
safe,
power
hurry.
side. So like that would Yeah,
Okay.
Alright.
that would be how I
Cool.
would say.
I think you're
Fly,
shy
child,
crazy.
fly.
I like to do that. It's like pick one of those stats that they all fall in that same.
All right.
bucket.
So we got the
You
door
see how you
blowed
feel about
open.
it and why you're in like that stat.
Let's do Rick. What did you want to do in that space?
I want to investigate how to get into this capsule, launch it, get the heck out of here, and land beyond the mist.
Okay, make an investigation check with your tools.
Oh, yes, I'm using my magnet.
Nice.
Yep.
So I get a 15.
15. Let's see here. Let me get to this spot.
It's gonna be a mimic.
Why'd you have to suggest that?
Chris got to experience a mimic on Wednesday
Oh,
night.
did you? Nice. What was it?
Two weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks
What
ago.
was it?
It was just a chest.
Of
Yeah.
course, it has to be a treasure
Yeah,
chest.
It
Yeah.
has to be a treasure chest because the first treasure chest we opened was just full of Underdark bits.
Oh.
All the monsters and
Yeah.
creatures from the Underdark, but like parts of them. I'm like
Nice.
some serious fucking weird shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
And they literally catch the one mimic in the whole fucking book, and they're
Oh,
like,
really?
I poke it with this stick. God damn it, you guys! Every other chest in the whole campaign, we open it, we open it, we open it and investigate it.
This
God
one I want
damn
to
it,
poke with
this
a
one
stick.
I want to
There
poke with a
there
fucking
was
stick.
some pretty good hesitancy in
Yeah.
the first one, to be
Yes,
fair.
yes.
It wasn't like we were just like, that one wasn't a mimic, this one's probably a mimic.
Yeah.
We were pretty
Yes.
hesitant
You
before.
had that feeling where it's like one of these guys is
the,
going to be.
the group was.
Yeah.
I just let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Mostly. I kind of sit back and smash things on
I don't-
Wednesday night now.
I like the Instagram meme one where it was the pillows a mimic.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
It's
one.
funny. It's like a guy lays down and the pillows the mimic. So it was tied to something where like there was a chest that had a pillow in it.
There's a really good encounter where the whole village is the mimic.
Oh yeah.
And they keep finding mimics, and it's just an extension of the whole town.
Yeah.
It's like,
cool.
oh, that's awesome.
I saw one on that was really cool. The guy said to put in the silent village. So like the whole town can't talk, and there was like a cleric or a paladin that went in and ran a
I
ritual,
get
and it was
super
bad.
horror movie vibes from that.
Yeah.
Right.
It sounds cool as shit.
I marked it and I'm like, this is a really good idea to
Yeah.
use inside the Mournland, where it's like, here's a village that was saved, but it was saved because of this. Now, A, you see weird, creepy people in the town where they shouldn't be. B, you can't talk, otherwise you take instant psychic damage because.
Oh, cool.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fit this in somewhere.
It just
Okay.
gave me an idea for. No, totally
Oh, different?
different, but
Nice.
totally idea.
Nice.
Inspiration. Okay. Goater, you are feeling around on this pod again. I think you guys have. I think Calvin looked at this pod before. Essentially, this is like a heavily mirrored window. It's virtually impossible to see inside of it, but it looks like it could be forced open. There's no lock mechanism on the outside. It just is a shut window. I would say with your roll, you get the feeling that this is all part of the automated procedure. That probably at some point this just opens, and so people can get in there.
Huh. Just be patient.
You could just be patient. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Well,
what you
Ashley
got.
was down there, so how about if we just I pretend I was up here like you're describing,
Yep.
and I'll patiently just investigate there while I'm waiting for everybody to make their sweet ass time.
Sure.
over here.
Anything on that control panel or anything down there you're looking for specifically?
Yeah.
What?
Shall I wait next round? Let's do it.
Oh, we can do it now while you're here.
Yeah.
We'll catch you up.
Since I'm here.
Yep.
Ooh, much better.
That is a golly, a 23.
Damn. Anything specifically you're looking for on that panel?
How to get in this pod, eject, and safely land beyond the Moorland.
Okay. So
Like turbo booster.
let's go. Okay, so looking at this panel, this is like
Can I crank it to 11?
there. This panel has the flashing light. That's the fill error. There's 3 dials on here, and from what they're labeled, the one appears to be the upright hatch. One appears to be to turn the spire itself, and one appears to be to open the pod.
Alright then.
So these are effectively the manual controls for this launch system.
I'm gonna start opening the pod, but I'm not gonna open it all the way. I'm just gonna peek in there, make sure everything's fine.
So, make an insight check before you do that.
Rolled 11 plus a 1. Do I get to use my Artificer's tool to?
Not in this particular moment, but you would. There's only one dial to open. There's 8 different pods. Your suspicion is that probably it would open the most top one, because the way it's laid out, the main deck lid opens essentially. Your feeling from just being in the space, looking at the contraption, is that people would probably load on the main deck, get in their pod, and then eject.
Okay.
So opening that one would probably open the topmost pod.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. See what happens. Mist flowing all around, no matter what, right?
You got it. Go for it. Make a strength check.
Fuck, I'm strong. This is a bad idea if that will happen. 11.
11. This wheel is pretty tight. You
I'm
don't.
spray with my WD-40.
Not sure why, but this
I'm cool with that.
will not open. Hey, you broke my toy.
Actually, technically, I think
You did,
when
actually.
You actually
Yeah.
shook it.
God
fell-
damn it.
fell off.
He's calling me out. All right. Are we all at 1 minute
No,
now?
wait till everybody
Everyone got there?
comes back to help me.
I think so. I'm content to wait until you
Run, let's get in these pods.
show up.
Yep.
All right. So,
I think
yep.
actually when I was climbing, I would have told them that I blew a hole inside the ship and there's mist coming in. So
Mhm.
like, I would say, hurry, there's mist coming in. I blew the ship open. We gotta go
Okay. And then, Kellen, which way are you going?
that way.
You're going with them?
Yep.
Okay. Everyone's going that way. All right. You two. What are you up to?
Run. Up.
Well, back down, right? Because you went up now.
So
you
you will-
come through the
No,
thing.
no.
You guys
we're
went
gonna
all
go
the way
solid.
up. You're at what you know is the command level. That's where the captain is. There's an area of the ship that you guys never explored. Chris, you would have known. This is the crew quarters, essentially. None of you guys have been in this space because I didn't make it. Oh, actually, you were in there. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
He explored the crew quarters.
He explored. He was.
I'll bunk in the group.
He was real deep in there. So there's, let me think how. It's a space. It's 2 of these, so it's roughly this size. Right here is the crew quarters, and then the command deck connects to that, and the command deck is this size. The captain and you presume Sally and Mirabelle are on the command deck, but they have not spoken since that. Since Sally said, "Get the fuck out of here."
I assume we book it to the command deck.
We book it. I'm yelling, Sally!
Sally! Okay, you guys book it through the crew
Not
quarters,
Stella.
which is
No.
the crew quarters is empty. There's various bunks, cots, etc., kind of strewn about. Nothing really of interest in this area. It's pretty, literally just cots hanging, which is why I didn't make it. Super boring. The door at the end of this space is set up much like. It's not. It's much like the door on the bottom of the stairs. It's not like reinforced like one of these, but it still requires strength to open it. But yeah, you're there. You're at that door.
Okay. I'm done with these doors, man.
For real.
Alright, let's open it.
Together, I'll give you advantage.
Thanks. Well, that's
You know
a
what?
12.
I should be making these rolls because I'm not 1 in strength. I have a +2 from that. Well,
Well, I'll
No,
help you
I
make the
just-
next one. I got a
that's for
12.
saving.
Cool.
It might be okay. It's an easy one.
You go to crank on this door, and you know this is an easy door to open, and this door will this mechanism will not turn. Like you feel like you have enough strength in it that you would be able to turn this, and it is not turning.
Sally! Are you in there?
We don't hear anything from my continuous yelling of Sally.
You don't hear anything from that space.
Oh, well, that's great. Is there any way I could just break the door?
I mean,
Like, if the lock isn't working, I mean...
you feel like you could punch the door and maybe damage it. You have less than a minute left.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn around and because we can get up there from the main deck.
Yeah, you just have to
Yeah.
fly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's book it. Book
Alright.
it back down to the main deck, and then just start screaming and being like,
That's gonna be such a shit show.
Okay, so you guys go down the steps, go through the security office, open the door to the main deck space that you guys were in a lot. There's nobody here. The mist is low in this area. Like somebody attempted to seal this space, so it's not fully enveloped. There is still some mist, but not overwhelming by any means. You run down the aisle of all of the rooms, and they're exactly as you left them, except for the one room that you guys were staying in. That door is closed tight.
The owl room?
Yep.
Alright, I'll bang on that door as we go by.
yeah, no.
Hey, yo, Sally!
You hear from behind the door, hello? It's Robert. I'm still in here.
Where's Sally?
She went up to the command deck. I don't know what if she's alive or not. I haven't heard anything. There's no intercom in this room.
Fuck, you
Are we okay? Can I come out?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out of there, Robert.
Where are we?
People to see.
Hold on, let me grab my coat.
No!
Get out!
Is it okay to come out? Is that mist gone?
Yep, it's all gone. Come here.
Oh, okay, hold on. Sally's got this door barred. There's a bunch of stuff in the way. Hold on a second. It's gonna take me a minute to get all this stuff
We
moved.
don't have a minute, Robert.
I ain't gotta move the stuff. I'm sorry.
You-
The bed's in front of the door.
You need to make it quicker than a minute, Robert. Or you're dead.
I can't. I'm an old man.
Oh my god, is there any way I can help him while he's struggling?
You could try and force
I'll
the door.
push on the door while he's trying to move the bed.
Pull the door, which is the most inconvenient way.
As he said Sally wasn't there, I like book it out to the main street.
Okay, so you go out to the main deck, which is just a few steps away, and you can, as you open the door to the main deck, this area is full of mist. The glass dome has been shattered. It is poured in, and it is ceiling to floor full of mist. You can get past it to look up, and the command deck, which would be now behind you as you look up, there's like these thick metal blast shutters that have fallen and closed and sealed the command deck. The two control orbs have sunken down into the floor, and a cover has appeared over the top of them, like a metal cover. The command deck has been sealed. There's nothing in there to see, but this space is full of mist. You also see in front of you the stage area is completely thrown off, and there's like a heavy metal door that's just creeping open, and all of the place settings, all of the silverware, all of the cups and glasses that were there are just splashed to the floor.
But if I can't see through that shield at all, it's
Correct, yeah, it's like metal plating dropped down and protected it.
Fucking Sally. Alright, I book it back.
Hey, can I share an observation I just thought of? We want this capsule to get as far away as possible. Less people in there, the better. And then also, I'm kind of chaotic neutralist, trying to be chaotic good, but I'm thinking 80,000 credits. The more people divided by this, the less per person. Let's just run.
Well,
I like the way you think.
and that's
Not that I know that you're thinking that way, but I like the way you think.
Willis wants answers though, and that's a fatal flaw of hers.
I mean, if Bob dies, he dies, but I'm trying.
It's up to you. So what are you doing with Bob?
I'm gonna try to assist him in opening the door. However, I can do that.
Make some strength checks to try and force the door.
I also think he needs to stop arguing with me.
He's trying. He's an old man.
I'm an
Well-
old man.
Do I get advantage? 'Cause we're both trying.
He's rolling on his own.
Oh, well, I'm not helping him. I got a 6, so I guess I'll.
He rolled pretty good, even though he's an old man. He's starting to move some of the stuff inside there.
I just like moving those dead bodies back there in the last war.
You just stack them up and then you burn them.
I thought Robert was actually pretty competent, but you know.
He's still
I
an
like
old
Bob.
man.
I like Bob. He was a fun character.
I got an 11.
Probably one of the best NPCs ever.
Yep.
Not the best. But it's better.
Well, I got all the mattress off the bed, but the bed itself is real heavy. I can't. Time is running out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave
Run.
Robert. Shit. How run out?
Between the faffing about and trying to save Robert, you guys got maybe 30 seconds before these. There's not an announcement. The last announcement you heard was at 1 minute, and there has not been any.
That's still 30 seconds. I'll try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But there's,
come back. Can I come back after seeing?
but isn't there still time if we're trying to get into the bottom pod?
Yeah, the pods start launching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you got.
You don't know how fast
Well,
they
no,
go.
No, I get that. But there's still 30 plus seconds to get down.
6 seconds apiece. You got 60 seconds total.
If you want to keep helping him, he's going to keep trying to move this stuff. Yep.
Oh, I got an 18.
Here we go. I got a 19.
Hell yeah.
He got a 2. So you guys are able to like move the door enough that you can like get to like look in there, and he's like, "This bed's just real heavy. I can't move it. That's too much. Just go. I'll catch up."
F you, Bob.
God has spoken. Run.
I'm gonna tell Bob the truth. I'm gonna say, there is no time. If you don't get out now, you're dead. You can't catch up.
Tell him about the Featherfall token if he's got one.
Do you have a Featherfall token?
No, why would I have a Featherfall token? We're on an airship.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I'm gonna look through the desk, Vicky's desk, to see if there's any Featherfall
Okay.
tokens.
Oh,
Make
that's
an
actually
investigation.
fun. I was like, you're getting dirt on Vicky. Now is not the time. But that makes sense.
It's always a time
Fuck
for
that
50.
bitch. Natural 20!
Oh goddamn!
Yay.
Rooting around behind her, Vicky, this entire cruise has been like mindful of her desk and her space, and no one's been really in this area. There is a box of Featherfall tokens
yes!
tucked in there. There's a dozen of them in there.
Oh, hell yeah.
I take the whole box. I throw on her.
Fuck you, Bob!
No, I'm gonna give it one. And I'll give you one too. Here, take 5.
And these are all marked as single-use Featherfall tokens. So there's a dozen of them.
Okay.
I'll grab a drink.
And suspense builds. There's gotta take
By the
break.
way, the one that we gave to Walter and Blue Shield, do we know if that was a one use or a multi use?
You don't know, but yes it is.
Tom, while you're
Okay.
in there,
Yeah.
can you make me a bloody?
Ooh.
I'm the worst.
Did our inbox fill up?
I almost.
I was kind of not impressed. I was like, you guys could do better.
What?
Well, honestly, it was really good for my mental health, and I appreciate you guys as friends.
I sent you an entire
I almost
Instagram
brought you
account that was great. Like, that guy's
some
awesome.
spotted cow too, just to leave here so you had beers.
Which I would have drank. You guys are the best. I was like, at that time too, I was sitting in Whitewater in front of like the river, just in my car at a park, barely existing. But it did help that you guys grounded me by sending me those things, so I
Good.
appreciate you.
I even tried to
Cool
send
geocache.
yesterday. I even tried to send non.
I need to get into that. Lisa keeps telling me about geocaching.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you should tell Lisa.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's one in the tank right over
There's,
there. We
yeah,
couldn't find it.
allegedly.
alleged in the
You
tank.
find it. What?
Lisa found it.
Really?
Ask her when she gets back. Yeah, that's one of the first ones they did.
Do you remember how long ago?
It was a while ago.
Have you ever heard
That's
of
why you
that?
can find
Maybe
it.
a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the idea.
I've never done it, but I know of it, and it sounds kind of fun actually.
Mhm.
If you like
sounds
hiking and
wild.
like just like doing stuff, like yeah.
We
Yeah.
found a really cool one yesterday. Baseball diamonds. Do you want me to ruin the suspense if you ever wander over there?
Yeah, I'm down.
It's pretty neat. Somebody drilled out the butt end of the baseball bat and then glued a little vial in there. And that was the geocache.
That's
And it
so
was bolted to
cool.
a tree, like in the tree line.
So
I
the
hang
tree,
out
so
with
so
this
the bat
place.
is like still
They
attached to the
super
tree.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
they,
and
they
nice.
had like aircraft cable bolting it to it and all that.
Huh. Okay.
People are so cool and creative.
All right.
Lisa tells me I should bring the girls geocaching because they're really into it. And I look after them in the summer.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Days a week.
I think hiding the crafting spaces would be fun.
Yeah.
Like, how to, like, doing that side of it.
Olivia says we can't do it until we find some.
I mean, we've
We're
only
not
found.
experts
Hold on,
yet.
it'll say we've only found 12.
I
I feel
thought
like
we
we
were
need.
like 13 by now.
12, 13.
That doesn't
We're past a dozen. That's like an important milestone.
Does anybody else need anything?
No, thank you.
No.
Are we at 13? Lucky 13.
We're at 12. I just said. I know it was.
Did you count both of them yesterday? I thought we were like at 11. Hold on.
You guys were out exploring yesterday?
Yeah.
Was it warm?
Oh my God, was it warm? We only found. We found 2 yesterday.
When did you guys go?
Oh, I did. Okay,
When?
you're right. I
When?
did not count
Well, like
the
the
other one.
hottest part of the day, like
Yeah. So
Like
like
30?
I was out working my part-time job and it was fine till about 12:30ish, and then all of a sudden it was just
Yeah. It went to you.
Yeah.
it just like no, it was humid
Got
all day.
wild.
Like it legit. Like I walked out the door in my neighborhood and I worked down in Menominee Falls, and it was hot and it was humid, but there was super wind and it was okay. And all of a sudden about like 12:30 though, it just was like the heat index just like
Yeah, when that
So-
wind kicked in, it
and I
got
was
wild.
Like,
you got good
that wind ain't
air
doing
furnace.
shit.
Yeah.
In Madison, it was like I got out of the car and it was noon.
No.
And I was like, oh, it's hot, but the wind was cool.
What time were you in Madison?
Around noon.
Yeah,
And
the
then-
wind the lake effect though, because of the lakes up
Oh,
there,
yeah.
is gonna
Yeah.
affect it.
But then when I came out, like we were in a house for 2 hours. Came out of the house and I'm like, oh shit, now it's
Yeah.
humid. It flipped in 2 hours.
It was
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah, like
Right.
12:30, 1 o'clock.
Ah,
Yes, it does, and yes, we can start making them, Zach. You can ride on our coattails. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Can we make them like Saw, where they're like super violent and
Oh,
evil?
yes.
They're like stick your hand in here.
No, mine will be just a regular hiding thing, but then you find a human finger.
I was actually gonna say that. I was like, when you talking about like
Give me all your snake bones and we'll.
the hiding part
Or
sounded
you
cool,
drill
and I was like,
a hole
wait, we're
into a
going
bone,
like
the bone is the
what's his
hiding
name?
spot.
The dude who like actually had all the kill kits like around the country. I forget the.
Not Gavorkian.
I forget. No, it wasn't Kevorkian. Like there was a serial
Unabomber?
killer. What? No.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
There was a serial killer. He had a bunch of stuff like just all over. He had kill kits like everywhere, so he could just murder people.
Oh yeah, so you like drop
Yeah,
use
you
one,
just
drop
go to,
it, and
you
you
just
go
go to a
away.
city and be like,
Yeah.
okay, I can murder people.
Oh,
like
use
that.
up this kit. Time to go on the next one.
I know, I
The
should.
minute he said
Yeah.
serial killer, I was like, alright, tell us who it is.
Israel
I'm
Keys.
thinking.
Israel Keys. That's his name.
All right.
You need to brush up on your
Back to
serial
action.
killers.
Yes.
I know too much.
What were we doing? Who's going where?
I used to listen.
I am staying by the door until there's about 30
My
seconds,
favorite
hoping
is
that they start
John
showing up.
My favorite
And
murderer.
then
Yeah.
They
My
were-
favorite murderer.
No, that's the name
We're
of the
at 30
podcast.
seconds.
My favorite.
they were
We love
helping
that.
Robert, and they were at about 30
Yeah.
seconds
It's
past the
amazing
feather fall
'cause-
coin.
'cause Karen is a
And then you guys have
Yes.
11 other feather
and
fall
she's
coins
older, like,
in your
so,
possession.
like, all her,
I'm-
like, circle, like,
I'll ask
all
in a
of those
second.
comedians
They're on
are
serial
friends.
killers right now, but I'm assuming we're
Yeah, I
going
don't know any of them, but
to
I
Bob there.
Yeah.
I
Chuck
love
one
her
into his
humor.
door.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good luck,
She's
fucker.
fantastic.
Yeah.
In the best way. Are we leaving Bob?
Yep.
Yeah. Give him
Yeah.
I'm giving him a token and then
You're gonna chuck one through the door, Adam?
yeah.
Okay.
Take this. It's one you.
Bob's gonna be like, "What? Are you guys leaving? What's wrong? I've been in here for like an hour. What's? Are we okay?
No!
Oh!
Oh, there's no window in this room. I don't know what's going on. I've been locked in here for the entire time.
God damn it.
The ship is going down, Robert.
Going down? What do you mean it's going down?
You might die. We've got less than 30
What?
seconds.
Holy shit!
Does the adrenaline kick in and he can like rip to the bed? Like
Yeah, you can hear like
yeah.
like a wild animal clawing at his
I'll
leg.
be back.
Yeah. So So he's doing that. What are you guys doing?
Fucking leaving Sally, I guess.
That was her
Hi, Bob.
choice. It was her choice to join the captain.
Ugh.
I tried. How many more seconds we got? We used at least 12.
Yeah,
probably.
I would say
We
you
gotta
guys
go.
are all right around the 30-second. And you guys, especially Quillith, after digging through that desk there is an intercom button right on that desk. If you would like to say or do anything, it is there
Yeah,
for
I'm
you.
gonna call for Sally.
Okay.
Joe, give me some tokens.
Sally, answer. Where the fuck are you?
Just leave some tokens.
Well, you should have been a good prank call moment.
Not
really
pretty
here.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
Amanda
Rose-
there?
Hello.
Amanda who?
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
That could be you. But no, you're talking to Sally.
Sally will briefly respond. I'm here. Yeah, I'm sealed in the command deck. I'm safe.
You're not safe. The ship is going down. We tried to get to you. There was no answer. We have no time. Do you have a feather fall token?
I don't, but maybe there's something here. I'll be okay. Is Walter safe?
Who knows?
I'll be like, I'm over here too. I'm gonna be like,
Yep.
he's in his sister. It's probably fine.
So we're not doing phrasing?
Yeah.
He's in his sister.
It's just,
He's
Yeah.
So
fine.
we're not doing phrasing?
no.
Fair enough.
She's gonna give you that.
The whole
Well-
time I didn't think of that.
Mhm.
No, just don't say it.
Well, Walter will be okay, right? He's gonna be okay? You got him to safety? He's gonna be okay?
He's gonna be okay in the same way that you're saying you're okay, probably, but that's fine.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
actually. That's
Well, okay. Get out of here while you can.
Should I try to save her? Cause I can fly her out of here, right?
Then what are you gonna? What?
Isn't it all barricaded down like Russia?
Yeah.
Like, you're,
You
how
don't
are you
peck
gonna
at
actually?
it?
Can you
Can you
carry?
unseal the door?
Can you carry while you're flying? Can you like carry stuff?
I would
Should
think
try.
it could be like a check. If anything, I'll give her a feather
Okay.
fall token. But also, you know,
With your brittle bone syndrome?
I'm like one of the strongest members of.
She literally is. She's like an ancient owl and she's stronger than most of you.
With those new spectral wings you got, probably.
Yeah, and I'm like Rudolph, so
Yeah, do a picture of you being Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Hercules?
That's you.
yeah. Aw,
You're Rudolph.
but I am gonna ask her if she can unseal the door.
The captain, Mirabelle, if I can get through to them, I'll try. I feel okay in here, though. There's no mist in here. It's sealed.
What's wrong with them? What happened to them?
I don't know. They're not responding. They're not dead, but they're definitely not responding.
Oh.
Kill them? Can I do an insight?
Now you're turning on Sally. You're like, I gotta save her.
I don't
She's
trust
a murderer.
anybody.
This
Oh,
guy-
that's
This guy went off the rails real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Your
Okay.
analogy was accurate.
Oh, yes.
17.
17.
You seem like we were
The
focused.
tone
We
of
were.
her voice and the
then
like
Sally.
pauses
Sally
in her
Roberts is
speech,
no good
you
for us.
feel like there's probably more wrong with the captain and Mirabelle than she's leading on to, but she also doesn't know what's wrong with them.
Well, fuck, we don't have time for this.
No, we do not. But I don't know why I'm waiting. I'm like, are we good? I should be dipping.
So I think at the 30-second mark, like when I'm at the door, I'm gonna hit the intercom and just say, Gwyleth, Neff, Calvin, you guys coming? We gotta go.
I would be at the door by then.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
so
you would have
Okay.
easily made it to the door by then. Yeah, so we are under 30 seconds. I would say we're probably in like the 20-second-ish mark now.
Yeah, I mean, with you there, I'm like, did I hear anything from Sally? Like, did she?
Other than what you overheard on that intercom.
Okay.
Nope.
Alright, one more intercom call before we go.
Okay.
Next time, make sure there's lifeboats. And
Next time, I'm not going on there. It's gonna be
Lifeboats.
train traffic.
Get to one.
Well, I mean, lifeboats being more featherfall tokens, because goodness, we are sad, we are underprepared in
It's really
emergencies.
accessible.
This is the Titanic.
We got escape pods.
Yeah.
Not enough! It's just like the
In that
lifeboat.
time
for the
that
people
all
who
that
survive
is
in this
happening,
boogie.
I am down in the escape pod
It's true,
room.
everybody else disappeared.
With him?
so that-
Okay. Okay, easy enough to do.
Alright, we
And
go.
now you.
I'm trying to save my skin.
Yep. Tenth, you have your $10,000 mark, right?
Sure.
I got mine. Let's get out of here.
I think maybe one other thing is just a suggestion from Abraham is leave him a couple of feather falls if you got them and book it down here.
He got one. Let's go.
I meant like Sally and the captain, and I don't know if they're
They're behind, they don't need any.
okay.
Was there any like a crack underneath the door of that sealed door?
Nope. It was
There's
a
no
heavy
mist
metal like
in.
blast door that
Yeah.
dropped down.
Jesus
Just tape it
Yeah.
to the outside.
Christ.
Their solution is to make the ship into the black box when it's going down.
I mean, it is
maybe
the
so.
command deck. It's like a heavy blast door is dropped down. So
It might be the.
That's what I'm saying. It turns into its own black box and just hits the ground. Thump.
we'll find out.
Yep.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
let's
Leave
go.
it
Okay, so everyone is. So you guys, as we get into this spot where time is getting slim, on the main deck, there is the heavy top hatch that is very nearly vertical right now, and you hear a loud mechanical as it locks into the vertical position. The hatch is now fully open.
Looking up, does this ramp go all the way up to that level?
It does. Yep.
I'm gonna yell in the intercom, hey, if you see that big hatch, just come on over to it. You can jump on down there, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should.
But I mean,
and
then
we
you
have
guys-
featherfall tokens.
Well, then you
so
guys have to
it's
go
like-
through
I can
the.
fly us down.
You guys have to go through the mist then.
I'll pick you up.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. The guy missed
I
it.
mean, there's mist everywhere at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not a lot here.
Yeah,
Like
that's
you
right,
have
that's
less.
the
You're, you have the same distance to go with less mist if you run
So
through this.
so they're effectively under the command deck right now, right?
Right.
Because you guys went out and you were under it.
We're
Yeah.
back.
So you guys have like this distance to go to the hatch.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it'll
Right.
be quick if we just.
Right.
walk
It would be
along.
more to go back through the rooms and down than it would be to
Plus-
just slide into the hatch.
I don't know if this is.
You
true.
will have to go through the mist, but you don't know what that means.
Is the mist also kind of like seeping down? Like, is it? A
Yeah,
little
yeah,
less?
right. It's like
So
beginning to fill into this space.
you know we'll be
Shit's
fine.
everywhere.
Okay.
Let's go. We
Okay.
take 1 second to mentally prepare.
1/6 of our round.
Oh,
So-
you don't?
I don't. I don't need mental preparation. I'm always on point.
So,
So, Quillith, are you flying, and are you using your new wings?
Use both wings. Double fly.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll use all of the
Four
wings that I have.
Because then you have 120 feet of movement, so you can easily dash from the bottom of the command deck to the hatch and probably get a good way down there.
Yeah, I figured that.
Okay.
Good for you.
Now,
Yep.
I
you
offered to
have
carry
some
you.
abilities that make you quicker. Did you want to use those to keep up with Quillith? Otherwise, she quickly outpace you.
If I can use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, you can use them.
Okay. Then that's what I'll do. I'll use that.
Okay, then describe what Quillith sees when you activate that.
Alright. So I do a little beep beep. And then I get real quick, like the Flash. And I run like that. And I like move super fast and fluid, almost like the wind itself. We're racing. Yeah, I'm really cool.
Are we like at the same speed though? Like how fast are you? Do you
Now
also
it's a
have,
competition.
Like, 120.
What is it? It's plus 30, right?
Yeah, so it's 60 feet. I get an additional
And you,
30.
so you're still not quite as fast as Quillith, but you're.
One
So
day,
Quillith,
I
Quillith,
could
make
get there.
make an insight check, Quillith, because you might recognize this.
That's a 14.
14. So you have seen, since you guys came out of the mist, Neff has been nothing but like ill and infirmed and like struggling to even like function and move, and has been moving like quite a bit slower than normal. And suddenly there's like a burst of purple energy from her, and her like a glow from her body, and she is now not keeping up with you, but damn, that girl's got jets.
I wanted to say purple, but I wasn't sure. But yeah.
If you don't want it to be purple, you could.
No, I like purple.
Okay.
But that's what's happening.
What
Hey.
wants to does it?
I
I
want
need
to
to know
try.
why you are the way that you are.
Yeah.
Quillet can try.
How many eggs are in her?
Okay, so
We're not doing phrasing? No, because you're an owl and you had problems with your egg. And that's why you're looking for eggs.
I don't know if I'm looking for eggs,
Yeah.
but I guess.
In all the wrong
gotta
places,
catch 'em all.
apparently.
I guess while I'm there, I'll also see how many eggs you have inside.
Jesus Christ.
So
let's
sorry.
take this thing apart.
Yep.
Okay. So cool. If you're able to, you obviously get to the hatch first. It's locked upright. You can see the mist kind of filling the space. Why don't you make about a charisma saving throw?
Oh, charisma.
Yep.
Woo
Straight
the mist.
up.
She is
Woo it.
charisma.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
15 plus.
13 plus is pretty good.
Oh, 16.
16. Okay, so you dive into like this pea soup thick mist smoke, not knowing what's necessarily behind it, but having a general layout in your brain of like how the ship is. You dive into it and you can like see the like faces and the claws grasping at you. You hear voices yelling. It's a loud kind of cacophony of random mist sounds, voices, etc., war sounds, bombs exploding, etc. And you're able to force your way past it, and you take a quick dive bomb as you tuck your wings in down into this spire space. Neff, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Why'd you sigh so deeply?
Be so charismatic.
That didn't feel so believed. I didn't feel believed in. Okay. Charisma. We'll see. 13.
13, okay. Now, if you enter into the space and Kulith has just edged past you, but her glowing body is like a beacon for you as you start following her, and all of a sudden the light goes out and she dives down, and you're in this space where all these voices are yelling at you. There's hands grasping at you. You feel like an intense sense of like dread and despair, and for a moment your body locks up entirely and you are frozen in place on the main deck right there.
Oh, that's not great.
Your speed is 0 at the moment.
Oh,
Okie dokie. Is there anything I can do about that?
Roll better next time.
I mean that, sure. But in this moment, or am I just stuck until you come back?
So
I do. I am 5.
right now you are stuck, and let's see what everyone else proceeds to do, and then
Sure,
we'll address that
sounds good.
situation. Okay, so you guys, everybody piles into this space, and you get, except Neff, and you get the
How many people?
15 seconds.
Maybe Bob will come for me.
Stick with Bob.
That'll help.
Stick, yeah, I know, right? The
So
old man
now,
that could've
are
went to
we
bed.
in this space? Are we like standing by this pod?
Where would you all like to be, I guess, is what we'll...
I mean, I guess I would yell to Goddard, what do you know? Like, where should we be? What's the best spot for us to be ready for this?
Seems to me like the entrance is just gonna open like automatically. So I think either we jump in here is my guess, but a slight possibility we gotta jump in way up here.
Right, or we
Either
either
one
we
of you want to
stand
do
on
that.
top of it, or we follow it up.
Yep,
Okay.
that's my best.
How is the mist coming down into this room? Is it still?
Yeah, it's just
It's coming in.
pouring down from the ceiling, and it's
Do
like
we think-
slowly filling this
but
up
we're
like
still
a
pretty
cylinder.
sure that pod is fine.
To the best of your understanding, yeah, no one's opened it, so.
Okay.
So we probably want to be up higher so we're out of the mist down below.
Yeah, it is. It's like water, right? Where it's pouring in and it's starting to fill the bottom level and working its way up.
I'm gonna, assuming that the top one goes bye-bye soon, I'm gonna keep a close eye on it and then like decide where it ought to be when I see what happens.
I'm pretty much following
close, right?
pretty close behind you. Because while all of everything was going on, I'm gonna save my ass. I booked it down and I'm trying to help. I'm trying to figure out, escape.
Calvin, why don't you make an insight check?
I love that for you, Chandler. Save your ass.
Yeah.
You're too hot to die.
Got a lot of things going on. I got all kinds of things after.
5.
Oh no.
I don't know what's going on.
Not everyone's here.
Wow. Don't even notice.
There's like that fleeting moment in the back of your head, like, what is that? Home Alone, where she's counting all the kids and she's like, "Okay, everybody's here." Ah.
So Calvin sits bolt upright. Kevin!
Yeah. You're about to have your Kevin moment.
Just clean your feathers.
So is anything going on with the top pod or is that still
Yep. So
stationary?
as we get to the 10-second mark, the top pot, this whole thing has been slowly rotating as you've been in this space, and almost an imperceptibly slow rotation. And now the very top pod is at the very top of the deck, to where if you were standing on the deck, you could literally just step inside of it. So the pod's there. The hatch has not opened on the top pod, though, and it is just stopped right there in this space. But you got about 10 seconds left to do anything you guys would want to do.
So guys, it occurred to me that where we are, it's not real misty, but all these pods are full of mist. So it might be that mist starts escaping out of here like crazy. So I think I should rotate this wheel real quick. Now that we're all assembled almost, hopefully real soon. Then we all jump in real quick, and hopefully we can close it from the inside. That's my best idea.
You can try it.
Yep.
I'll pass out featherfall tokens for everybody, just in case.
You made it down with everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
Quilth is in
Yeah.
the space. Yep.
Very skillfully. No, I'm,
You're
hanging out on
stuck.
the deck.
So, okay. Alright, just making sure I know.
Hey, Quilth, you with your ambient wings, can you like kind of whoosh away the mist down here? Can you,
Oh
like,
yeah, I'll
open up
just
the...
I'll be fanning.
Okay. You guys all to hang up here and be ready to jump in the pod.
Chris, do you think Tanith is concerned that not everyone's here?
Yeah, I mean, I would be concerned. Where's the nearest speaker?
On that command panel, either at the door or
That
on
one?
the panel itself. There's.
Well, you were with Neff last, so I would just be like, "Where's Neff?"
She was following behind me.
I could just be like, she's not as fast as me. She'll be here soon.
She was going really fast, but not as fast as me.
I was
offered to
Flash.
carry
She was
her.
Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Kid
So I was kind of assuming she would catch up with us before we all like close the door. Maybe you, with you and your iron band,
How far behind?
brilliant wings, like be able to go back up there and save her.
I'm not sure how far behind.
I'll go back up and look for her, because I don't know.
Yeah, but she has like beautiful wings that can wish away the wet mist, right?
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Almost as useful.
So as my connection to Neff, I would probably be concerned.
Okay.
And I would feel like I would see in the space and feel that I could get to a point up top where I wouldn't be hit by mist, but I could possibly see out to her.
You were at the bottom pod.
I was trying. What my plan is to kind of track it and stay with it as it's
Yep.
going up.
So if you sprint ahead around this
Yeah.
assembly, you could probably get to essentially the opening to
Yeah.
look if you want. You could run.
That's
back
what I
and
want
look
to do, and
from
I
there.
want to see if I can see Neff.
Okay. So a lot of stuff happens in the same time here because
Yeah.
you guys are low on time.
Yep.
So, as you're ascending and going up that very top pod, the cable that attaches to it disconnects.
Okay.
All right, and this pod then you watch as it, like with an unimaginable speed, accelerates past
Okay.
and climbs high into the sky. You guys have gotten to 0.
And did I see the door open?
The door did not open.
Okay. So as I see that, I'm gonna yell down to Godard and say, "The door didn't open when it hit the top. I don't know how to get these doors open. If you guys can work on that, that'd be great."
Alright, we're gonna work.
And then after I shout that, I'm looking for Neff.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. Passive perception is 15, or do you want me to do a
Yeah,
perception?
do an active perception.
Well,
I'll take
that's,
15 into account.
Crap.
Passive is worse than better than active.
They do different things.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Well, not going to be much worse than that, but it will be. 8, 13.
13. So your passive perception, you feel this space as like pea soup thick mist.
Okay.
And you have a general idea of like where things should be on this ship. This is like driving through fog with your brights on. Like
Okay.
you can't, like there's
Yeah.
there's nothing there. You get a feeling that Neff is probably in this space, and maybe you can make out a dim purple glow, but you can't be sure that that's
Okay,
what
with
you think it
that,
is.
I don't want to endanger myself, but I do want to reach out to her and try to help her out.
Mhm.
Can I make a mind link?
Sure, you can try. So
Can-
what's...
And with that, to increase the chances,
Yep.
can I blow a key point to try to really harness
Sure.
all of my powers to make a connection?
Yep, so what's your main skill? Is it wisdom? What's the monk skill?
I'm pretty sure it is. No. Yes, wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay, so make a wisdom check with advantage to try and connect to her with spending a key point.
Okay.
So I would say, let's see, what's the wisdom? Whatever your highest wisdom insight, I guess, is probably going to be your highest.
Okay. Yeah, it's really weird.
I don't know what or perception maybe, whatever you put your highest points into.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'll do insight because that's 5,
Okay.
and then I still have advantage because I do have it on wisdom.
Yep.
So 13, 18.
18. You open your mind and you've felt this mist before and the overwhelming like power that it has, the despair. You fight through that and you are able to connect to Neff's mind, and you find a mind that is jumbled in confusion.
So I'm connected to you and saying, Neff, we gotta go. Shake out of it. Meet us in the pod. I can't reach you physically, but I can reach you mentally.
I don't know what God's gonna say, but I can tell you right now that I physically feel like I'm in a net. Like I am immobile and I can't move and I'm trapped. So, like mentally I'm fighting with like discerning reality from what I'm feeling.
Okay.
Can I roll a check when
Yep.
his voice enters?
Yep, you
my
can make
head?
another saving throw, whatever we had you do last time. I can't remember what it was.
Charisma.
Charisma saving
Oh,
throw.
that's right, I have to riz this
With advantage this time.
Oh, because he's in my head. Oh. That's the same thing I got last one. Oop, that's not. Okay. 18.
18. You are in a space where, as you said, you are in a net. you are stuck. You've been captured, and you have despair, hopelessness, all the stuff that the mist has been piling onto you guys for a while now. And in that space, there is a light, and a friend, and a voice, and hope. And suddenly, you feel like if you just follow that, you can get out of this.
In this moment, do I recognize the friend to be Abe, or is this just like...
I would say this is a cacophony of friends from a past life.
Okay, that's kind
Probably
of
Abe's voice is there now, but there's a bunch of other voices that you don't
All the
recognize.
Jedi. Yes.
Yeah.
You got it.
My backstory, guys.
Yeah.
All the Yinglings we're trying to fight off.
But they are all
All
telling
the
you to
younglings,
run.
younglings. Or younglings.
Yeah, but
Depends
have you
where
seen that? Have you
Alright,
seen that?
Then
movie?
I'm going to. I'm
Or he's
going
killing all
towards
the
the light
humans?
and the voices.
You are able to quickly run past the mist and into the space where Abe is.
Alright.
However you would like to react to that is up to you.
So, where are we right now, Abe? Are you on the top deck with me? Are you still...
When I saw, well, I mean, you're coming down the ramp, right?
Okay.
She got to you wherever
Yeah.
you are.
Follow me down the ramp. We're going to the
Okay.
pod.
Then that's what I'm gonna do. I think I might actually like say thank you, and then like run after you. But like I think I might actually acknowledge that you did something for me in that sense.
All right, and I'll give you a clap on the shoulder and say, anytime we're getting out of this together.
Okay. Friendship. The power of friendship.
Abe's acting nice for iron.
I am role playing my character.
So was I. I'm actually a really nice guy. I was crying on the inside.
Yeah.
Were you?
I was, I swear.
I mean, I asked Will where you
Mm-hmm.
You did your part. You did your part. I
We got a lot
respect you.
going on.
There's a lot going
If I
on.
hadn't saved her, pod be lighter, we'd get farther.
Yeah.
He says that as we get closer.
Just kidding.
It would
And then
be
as-
easier to dissect you if you were
If I were dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
As we're running down, I'm gonna ask Goddard, you get it figured out? Can we get in this thing?
Yep, I'm gonna start cranking.
Okay.
Do I use a sleight of hand to crank?
What are you cranking on?
So when I was down there, it looked
Yep.
like there was one particular crank to open up the
I
hatch.
was really gonna
Yep,
say
so
we all crank together, but
that-
I feel
that
like
crank
we've made it icky,
will
and that I
open-
shouldn't say that.
Will essentially open
Me?
the topmost pod.
Okay.
were. I
Okay.
have yet to say anything.
If you want to open the topmost pod, you sure
He's the one that
can.
keeps
But
talking
that's
about
your
range.
feeling is that it
That's
basically
true.
clicks into position, and then
I
that
agree with
handle
you.
would allow
I-
you to crank to
Voice.
open that pod. It's a manual control if you had to manually launch all the pods.
You're still with us,
Well,
right?
The commander is still with you, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I forgot.
Yep. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
easily
no, I
forgettable.
did not.
Chris is like,
golly, hopefully Commander would know how to launch these things. I'm gonna talk to the Commander and say, hey, so
Oh, yeah.
how do these... How do we get in these pods? So I have a bad feeling that if I start cranking here, I'll release the mist into where we are. But I want to make sure we have a chance to get in the pod. So what do we do here?
she's gonna like nod and like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it seems like these pods are all filled with mist. I'd agree. We can wait till the empty pod is at the top and then manually crank the hatch open from down here, or we can try and pry this lid off and get in now.
I'm kind of concerned that prying the lid off will be bad if we can't close it again properly. I mean, what do you think? Did you like do any drills with these or anything like that?
I mean, evacuating the ship's not a high priority drill. We don't expect to have to do this, but I would say if we can get this lid off, there's a pretty good chance that we could attach it from the inside. I guess it depends on your guys' skills.
What do you bring to the table?
I'm really big.
I'm so
I can electrocute things.
Well, I'm kind of concerned that if I'm down here spinning this, that I'm not going to be able to go all the way up and jump in time. So it seems like that'd be a job for somebody that can fly.
You'd have to be real strong and real fast.
So
And it doesn't look like any of you guys are.
Are you commander?
I mean, I can.
Well, why don't you stay down here?
I don't know that I'm fast enough to catch you, but I'm mean, give me one of them Featherfall tokens. I'll do what I can.
Wow, she's so chill. Alright.
She's a soldier. I mean, she's been kind of a bitch because she's been rolling for dog shit, but she's a soldier through and through.
I'll throw her my Featherfall token and say, here you go.
We have.
Your mate.
Yeah, I have like 4 of them.
Okay, you can hand me yours.
No, it's too late.
Alright.
I won't give you another one. Just kidding.
He's laying down.
Just kidding.
I got a box of them.
Is it a bunny?
Yeah, but he's
We
laying
had a-
down and he looks really long.
We had
yeah.
a family of bunnies that was born in that box over there, and so there's like 6 little babies that have been growing up. Yeah, they're real cute. They're super friendly though. Like there's one that hangs out by the bird feeder, and when you open the door, he's just like, "Hey."
Yeah, all the bunnies in my neighborhood are, they don't really run away. They'll
Yeah.
walk away, but they're
Yeah.
Saunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really mess with me. I'm good.
All right. Okay,
Someone
so
go up to the pod and investigate, open it up manually.
okay.
Yeah, I'll help. I'll hop on. And
So are you gonna try and actually open it, or are you trying to figure out if you can open it?
I'm going to. Here's what I want to do. I want to open it up carefully, but not irreversibly.
Okay. All right. Make. Yeah, I would say a sleight of hand. You could do if you want someone to help you. You could roll with advantage, and you can use your
I'll help.
artificer tools.
You're
We
a
are
rogue.
all here.
Yeah, everybody's here. You're all in this
Yay!
space. Yep, you're all together again.
I'm
You got my
using
crowbar if you need it.
I'm using my artificer's tool, and Olivia's helping me.
Okay.
Calvin's helping me.
Yep.
That's your advantage.
Oh, so 13 back. Oh, okay. So 13 plus 2 plus 5, right? No, 3. So that is a 18.
18. Yep. So, feeling around with your artificer tool, you can tell there's like a seam under here that you can get under, and you're able to like kind of like feel through, and there's a latch, and this whoof opens up, and nothing comes out.
Let's jump in, guys.
It's an open pod.
Alright. I'll yell down to the commander. Come on.
Oh yeah, I should get the fuck out of here, right? Hey, good job.
Wait, I thought the commander went down the ship. Isn't that how it goes?
The
Captain does.
And he certainly did, didn't he?
We don't know.
And I have a feeling we're landing in a Moorland, so that any
I'm trying to
bodies.
move with the commander.
But he
That's
could-
right.
he could-
As many bodies as we can have with us that we can start throwing down holes would be amazing.
Okay. Yes.
How's Bob at this point? He coming yet, or he's still stuck
He's
there?
dragging.
Down here, Bob.
No.
Maybe you'll see him like, hey,
As we fly out.
bye guys, have fun storming the castle.
Now,
Okay.
Bobby is one character I do want to survive with us. Like, he may not make it to the pod with us, but
He's gonna be the cockroach of the campaign.
I would appreciate him to just show up.
Yeah, just constantly in the background. I'm still here.
He'll just show up from some shriveled tree in the moorland and be like, "Oh yeah, I was just going to the bathroom. How you guys doing?"
We're gonna go to a pub later on
Yep.
in this campaign. And be
Yep.
like, is that Bob over there in the back?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Let's get this.
Alright, so are we all in?
That's up to you guys. If you're all
Mhm.
dumping in the pod, if that's what
Yeah.
you're doing.
Close, make sure we don't have
We're in.
issues.
Okay, the pod explodes and you all die. New characters.
Yay!
Alright, I'm gonna close the hatch and investigate it carefully to see if it is really, really closed.
Okay, hang on. Let me get to.
Can
where
we
do
see
get?
outside
Yep.
from the pub?
Yep. So the outside is mirrored. The inside, yes, you can clearly see out.
Sounds like a modern tinted room.
It is a
Amazing.
tinted window. You got it. Okay. Let me get to where we need to be
This
here.
spot's pretty dope.
I think we should.
windows and everything.
I think we should put some axles on it and a couple of wagon wheels.
Ooh,
We got ourselves a ride.
Are you sitting like really close to the captain, Jan?
Oh yeah.
I mean, commander.
Is there any music going on in the pod?
You hear it?
Soothing jazz music.
Yeah.
Elevator
Oh,
music.
yeah,
Put
what
this
was it?
elevator music.
I know there was a movie where it was like, was it one of the Avengers where they're in the
The girl from Ipanema
Yeah,
where they're in
yeah,
the
yeah,
elevator,
exactly. They're in the
With
middle
Captain
of-
America
Yeah,
before he was just taking the
exactly.
test, right? Yeah. Yep, you got Girl from Ipanema playing.
Yep,
okay.
that's it.
Since you guys are in the pod, inside the pod, it's extremely plain and it's really just a thin metal tube with metal benches on the sides. built into the pod. They're just there. There's no handrails. There's no straps. I would say you guys would be able to make out a yellow glow peeking through the metal tube in spots. If anyone wants to take a look carefully at that, they certainly can.
I will. I glow. What would you like me to make? Or us?
If you want to do investigation, perception, whatever you're doing to try and tell what this yellow glow is.
Well,
Curious.
I have no idea.
Sure.
That's a whole 10 for me.
I got a 4.
13.
I'm 4.
Okay. You can tell.
I would do 19 with 21 with insight if you're letting me do insight.
Okay. Insight, okay.
But I'd do 15 with anything else.
I
Okay.
got 17 with
17.
my artificer tool magnifying.
Okay.
I got a 12.
12. Okay, so Godert, with your artificer tool, you're kind of like poking around at this and like really getting mentally into the space, trying to figure out the construction of what they got here. You're able to tell that this is the outer shell of this escape pod is not the same as the inner shell. So there's a space between the inner and outer shell of this, and that's where this kind of like yellow energy is coming from. Abe, with your insight of that high, you know that this is effectively Sybris shield technology, but pointed inwards instead of outwards. So this was designed to effectively hold mist, you presume, in this pod. I would say, what did you roll? 18 with insight?
21 or
21?
15.
21 with insight. You feel like possibly with the design of this, if you speak with Godard about it, it might keep mist out as well, but it definitely keeps mist in.
Mist bombs. Like why else would they need the mist to stay in the container?
Testing it.
What were they planning?
Testing it to figure out how to
bombing
get.
cities,
Nukes.
releasing chaos. Are there any controls?
Are there any controls? There are no controls in this space.
Not even the PlayStation controller.
So I'll look.
As if you want to make an investigation with your tool
The submarine
with
is gonna
advantage,
crash.
because I guess someone's going to hand out and help you.
Sorry, that was insensitive.
Oh golly.
Come on,
That was a big
The submarine
15.
that went down.
Yeah, 15.
Okay. So you're looking in this space trying to find controls or anything. It's all pretty solid, standard metal all the way through it. You don't see anything that could be construed as a control, but there is a what you believe to be a valve on the ceiling. And you can tell that, where did this spot go? This valve is effectively jammed shut. And this was where the pipe was connected. And it would be set up as a one-way valve so that it would only flow into the pipe, but it is jammed shut so no air can go in or out of this. That you realize in that moment that you're effectively, once the window's closed, you are sealed in here. This is an airtight container.
Well, that sounds like kind of a good thing for going into the mist.
But also,
Do we have enough oxygen?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 6 of 7.
Nobody breathes.
This should be okay
You
for
don't
you.
have to do that.
Oh, that's right. I don't know what I'm concerned.
So
I'm
I'll.
faking right now.
So I would look at Godard and say, "Do you think we can rig this thing so it keeps the mist out?"
It seems like it's designed to do that. Right? That's the whole purpose of it.
I don't know. It kind of seems like it's designed to keep it in right now, but maybe originally it was designed to keep it out.
If it keeps it in, it should keep it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to cover all our bases because we're stuck in this thing for the duration.
Maybe I can be like a tree. I'll breathe in your air and then give you guys back oxygen, you know?
Why?
I don't need to breathe myself.
Just gotta hang out your leaves to the sun in the Northland.
Yeah, right? All of the sun that we're getting right now.
All right, you guys. Every few seconds, there's a mechanical clunk that you feel in the whole spire shakes. You feel it like the pod twists and rotates a little bit. There's a whirring sound, and then you feel the movement as it and the pod locks into the next position. It's probably like every 4 to 5 seconds you feel that. You guys. Mm-hmm.
Do I have any idea where like the closest non-Morland is?
You have a general sense of how big the Mournland is. You have no idea where you are in the Mournland. The last time you had any reference of your position in space or time, you guys were on the border of Thrain, just outside the Mournland. And that's when you entered into it, and then all of this happened.
So it's kind of like the northwest corner of Morland, right?
Yeah, north central.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in that area. And that's the last time you knew where you are. You have had no sense of time since then. You guys were in the mist in a space where you were fighting Egan. To you it felt like it was maybe a couple of minutes, but could have been days, years. You don't know. You came back and there was nobody on this ship though.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So I have a wacky idea. I want to see if we can use Tan's gun as like our outboard motor to propel us out of the Morland. So I'm going to do a perception investigation, massive investigation, and come up with a brilliant way to motor us in a particular direction.
I would say you can make an insight or an intelligence check, but I guess Arcana is probably the closest thing you would come to that.
So Arcana?
Or insight, whichever you prefer.
I can say.
Maybe we could use the thing that makes
That's
you
not
go
better.
fast.
Arcana is better.
That is how
Ooh.
I die.
Continue.
Inspiration fails you at the moment. You're real focused on this space. All right.
Anybody else have any idea how to motor us in a direction out of the Morland?
I will say you guys have a couple of seconds here before the inevitable happens. If you want to
Yeah,
last thoughts or last moments.
My only
So-
thing is if we have to try to keep this, like, switch the polarity of this shield from what I was feeling.
Well, my thing is like, there's no controls, there's no nothing. Is there at least like a screen that like gives coordinates? Like, might this have been like pre-planned to go to a certain destination upon ship failure? Like, might there
That's
be
a
a
great idea.
Thanks.
Or I'm gonna ask the commander where are we going.
She's
She
here
knows.
too.
There you go. She's fully sitting there like ready for launch. So make an insight check to your point, and then we'll address what the commander says.
Hopefully, that's a 10, and
10.
I'm proficient in it, so I proficiently perceive.
There's a window. At least you have that much.
I mean, this isn't my area of expertise,
Yeah.
honestly.
So the commander's going to say, you guys should all hold on to anything. These don't have piloting charts, we go up and we come back down, and that's it. They essentially have like a feather fall detection before we hit the ground, and hopefully it works, but you should hold on tight.
I hold on
So-
to Commander.
I'll use that.
Roll for Riz.
Yeah!
Make your move in this situation. I'm
So then, as he's
so
rolling for
angry.
Riz, I'm gonna hold
Build
on
this stuff.
as hard as I can.
Okay.
And while he's risen this up, I would ask her. So, my feeling from looking at this yellow shield is that it's keeping the mist
Ooh,
in.
that's
Like,
not
that
great.
was what it was.
Are we doing just charisma, straight charisma roll?
Whatever you think you would do to Riz the commander up.
She's slapping you in the face.
Performance.
He would slap her in the
That's
face
a really
accidentally.
nice. Makes it
Yeah,
fancy.
performance. Yeah, we'll say a few fun little things and perform a little ditty.
Okay.
We'll just give
A
it a
ditty?
little, we'll give it a little charm.
Okay.
That would be an 11.
An 11.
Oh god.
You Tanith begins singing a song to himself of what childhood that you recall.
Yeah.
Okay, you sing a childhood song, kind of light jovial memory, and kind of like to her, look a little closer and scooch over, and she's just like, aha. Hold on.
And you hug her anyway? Oh no!
She does not shy away, but she does not embrace you. She's kind of like the mom with like the arm down that the kid's just like clinging on. She's just allowing it to happen.
As much of an A-frame hug as you can get.
Exactly.
I'm gonna use my artificer's tool, like a pair of vice grips, and clamp onto the bench and then wrap my belt around it.
Okay, yeah, that's clever. Okay, go ahead.
Anybody can hold on to me if you want to. No lullabies needed. That's the best I can think.
Holding on to robot.
Me?
Yep.
Can hide
Nice.
your shirt.
I'm holding on to something. Should I
Nice.
hold on to Godard?
Sure.
I'm gonna take my crowbar
Okay.
and try to like jam it between the seats to make a hook
Okay.
to try to like something that has
Something
a little
to
bit
hang
more
on
heft
to.
it.
Sure. All right.
But I'd also want to ask the commander like,
You could just be fine.
is this shield supposed to keep the mist out?
You
Like
think
what it
that'll
seems
work?
like to me, what I was able to
essentially, if you're in the
tell
middle of space
is
the whole
that
time.
somebody's trying to break this to capture mist. Do we need to switch anything here to make sure that this
I
mist
failed
stays
that
out?
class.
She's gonna give you the. This isn't in the book. I don't know what any of this shit is.
Okay.
This book.
Quit asking me questions. I don't know.
All right.
Oh no, hold on.
Yeah.
Instead of doing my crowbar, I'm gonna take a python. And
Oh, sure. Why wouldn't you have one of those?
I have two of them. So I'm gonna find them, and I'm gonna try to find a couple of holes,
Okay.
and make like a
Click 'em in?
makeshift
Seatbelt for yourself.
seatbelt
Okay.
for anybody. I mean, I got 50 feet of rope. I could wrap it around. I got 10 of these bastards that we can always take out.
I'll take a seatbelt.
Okay. So
Cool.
we'll just kind of like
start making some
make
seatbelts.
holes and then wrap
I'm
a
gonna
rope
go back.
through it and then tie the shit
You guys
out of
get
it.
yourselves buckled in.
I have a whole bunch of rope too, so if we
Okay.
run out, we can all.
I got rope too. Like so it shows up
this
like
space is full of rope. Everybody tie themselves in.
Yeah. So we'll take pythons and get them into some holes and make some makeshift.
Make sure you got a knife ready just in case we need to immediately get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been great if during the design they like added something like this into it?
Right?
We should
Everything
like,
is angering me.
I feel like we need to take legal
And the commander
action.
says,
Yes,
I-
we can
I-
sue for this.
Yes.
And the commander says, "I agree. That would be a good idea."
Vegan's dead though. Who are we suing?
Walter.
His estate.
Because, well, he's the next of kin because Sally's also fucking
His
dead,
estate would be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's take him for everything. Walter's not gonna show back up. Rip.
He might.
You might try to get his
I hope Bob comes back.
He might know how to. Maybe
I
the
hope
shield
he's
has an
not.
actual shield. What did Robert do before? What I forgot what his. trauma
We
was.
knew.
He
So
was in the war somehow.
he was he the cabbage farmer?
No.
No.
Okay. What was his job like? What did we when we met him?
No, he was.
I think he was a war hero.
There was
Yeah,
a cabbage
I think so.
farmer because we
No, I
had
thought
we
he
had
was
the
a merchant.
cabbages. We had the cabbage guy from.
When
The
we
captain
saw
was a.
when we
was a
saw
war
his
hero.
Oh, yeah.
memory, he was by a tree
Right.
and there was war. Wounded, so like he was.
Yeah. So during the last war, he was a fighter.
and it was prominent, like respectable, I think.
Yeah, and he fought against Karnath because he was going up against the undead troops of Karnath in that vision.
Did we see anybody else come to him in that
He
vision?
must have been something
No,
special.
he was the only
because
survivor.
He had a big cabin, right? 'Cause him and
That's what I thought he was
he
like an
the
investor or
captain's
something.
He's a
so-
healer of some sort.
Yeah, so he's a big
Healer.
Yeah, because he knew about
I'll have
Walter's
to look
leg.
into it.
He was at the captain's
That's right.
table during that.
Yeah.
time.
So he's a very important person.
Well,
He'll live.
He won't, but-
So,
Alright.
and
Everyone's buckled in.
as we're buckled in, and
Yep.
before this, like right before it takes off, I'm gonna look like kind of over who would be across from me.
okay.
Anybody's yeah.
It's you,
So
I guess.
Apparently it's Quilth.
okay, which is fine, and we'll see if this turns out well or not. But I'm gonna look kind of like It's up to you if you think I'm looking at you, but I'm definitely looking in your direction.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say,
Well, I think he's looking at
You
me.
I'm just gonna look over in that direction to say, you fucking moron.
She takes that very personally.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you have to. It's up to you if you think I'm looking at you or if I'm looking in your direction.
Oh.
Why?
She's crying over here. Gwilyn. I'm holding the child, keeping the child secured.
Oh.
Like they're buckled in, but I'm also doing that thing where like I'm just making sure they're good. And you just
Let's do whatever. Okay, so that's what you were doing.
Yes.
What's Goder doing in this moment? Right, the split second before you guys know you're gonna launch here. What's Goder doing, or what's going through Goder's brain?
Come up with a scheme to propel us out of the Mormon.
So I would not look directly at you. I would be kind of like I would know where whatever I'm doing is like off to the side, but it would look in that general area.
And who?
Should I roll insight?
It's up to yeah.
Sure, if you want to.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
Oh damn!
Boy, that's a ruined relationship for no reason.
Oh, wow.
Talk about the ultimate miscommunication.
Yes.
She starts crying.
oh no.
All right, so Goder, you look deep in thought. You're calculating trajectories and whatnot.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, what's Calvin doing in this
I'm
space?
just sort of desperately clinging to Neff.
Okay. Neff, you got a 12-year-old child desperately clinging to you. What are you doing in this space?
I'm doing my best to like put my arm over her as well as the seatbelt, just like bracing for any impact or like when we go really fast, like whatever's gonna happen to us. That's pretty much it.
Tanith, what's Tanith doing in this space?
Roping a commander.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna
I cover the child.
we're holding. No, we're not gonna get weird. More weird with it. We're not gonna get any extra weird with it. How long is do? I want to start singing like a calming like lullaby thing.
Mhm.
However, I don't have any bardic inspiration, and my thought is that if it takes us a long time to get down to the earth,
Mm-hmm.
back to the earth,
Mm-hmm.
I could do song of rest.
Okay.
But if not, I'm just gonna kind of start singing calming song.
Okay.
More for myself than my compatriots, but
Yep.
but
Yep.
also for my compatriots.
Yep. So a soothing bardic song fills this space. Okay, that's cool. And then Quillith, what's the situation there?
Well, she thinks that she's being blamed for something. So she's crying and she's like, I know I should have killed him while I had the chance. I should have killed him. It would have prevented all of this.
It's really bringing down the mood of my song. But I'm trying. I'm still trying. I don't let it ruin it.
She's mumbling it to herself.
Okay.
I think the gentle sobbing of an elderly owl, the soft rhythmic singing of a handsome dashing bard, the cuddling, the need for companionship, the random obscene one-liners from your monk friend. And Goder staring intently into space, visibly doing calculations in his head, all brings this to a fitting end here. The commander holds herself tightly in place, stiff, rigid. You can see and feel her muscles flexing. Her eyes are closed, her head's back, and you all contemplate a moment of like, shit. I guess that's it. You hold your breath for an anxious second. You know your pod is at the top of the tower now. You've gone through the rest of them launching. They've clicked into place. You're there. Sudden anxious second. A sudden and immense jolt propels your pod upwards. You feel your whole body tremble. In a flash, through the window, you see the forward elemental ring disappear below you. The mist repels away from your small craft as you ascend rapidly, gaining height higher, higher, higher. Finally, in one brief, quick spasm, you pass out of the mist. You're above the cloud now. You can see a beautiful, clear blue sky. The sun just beginning to peek up over the horizon. Orange, red, pink clouds accentuate the golden rays of light. You experience a fleeting moment of weightlessness as you reach the vertex, the absolute pinnacle of this craft. You all kind of float in the air for a second. It feels like an
This
eternity.
point, I'm gonna try to remember which way north is.
All right, you take a quick mental note of which way you're facing. You hang in the air, memorizing the sunrise, this moment, this relief, this feeling of absolute freedom as you're hanging motionless in the air. And it quickly, as it became glorious, it becomes horrendous. The pod begins falling, and falling fast, faster than you've ever moved, faster than you could possibly imagine. You're all slammed back into your seats. Your seatbelts grab you tightly, the ones that you've constructed hold. You're being torn almost asunder as you're falling, and the seatbelts pin you to your seat. You hear the mist and the air as it wails past you, the voices, the cacophony of screams. The sky quickly disappears. It's again replaced by the horrible gray mist that you've encountered so many times before. The yellow interior lighting of this pod flickers. You fall. The pod creaks and groans. It wobbles violently, shudders at times, but it's always managing to stay relatively flat. You fall. You're falling fast. You fear that the impact may kill you. Panic, fear, anger, despair, all those thoughts, the time you've spent aboard the ship, the people you've met, the experiences you've had together flash through your brains. The mist is far overhead now. You can't imagine it's too much further to ground. The end is coming. Soon, one way or another. You feel another sudden jolt. As you fall back into your seat, gravity suddenly takes a hold of you, still falling, but now it's obviously much slower, like a leaf in the wind. You gently drift to the ground as a faint thump is the only audible confirmation that you are back on Eberron. For the first time in days, you're on the ground, and you are alive.
And what do we see looking out the window?
You see a desolate gray landscape. So, you guys emerge from this pod.
I don't want to get out.
Eventually,
Stay there.
Oh, hamster wheel it. Yeah, let's all get up and run across
nice
it.
idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
you eventually
Nice.
all emerge from this pod, and you are surrounded by heavily armed soldiers, mercenaries.
Wait. I don't want to get out. I have an idea before we get out.
Okay.
So this inner shell.
Yep.
There's yellow glow behind her.
Yep.
Is there any way for me to disassemble that inner shell to get to the mechanism making yellow glow so we have her?
Sure. You can try.
Alright.
Make, I would say probably sleight of hand in this space.
With my physical, of course.
Yep.
Oh, I got
12. The suddenly being on the ground and having your tools with you and your ability to try and start disassembling this thing, you don't have enough time before these guys literally pull you from this pod and hold you like a skinned rabbit. They are heavily armored maybe mechanical soldiers. You can't tell through the plating and whatnot, but you guys are all taken. Yes.
Which is totally cool. Like if this is where you want to end. I mean, it's not totally cool, but like if this is where we're ending it. But do we see? Are there any markings on their armor? Anything that might be recognizable? As in like.
Sure. Make an investigation check on them as they yank
Take
you
us away.
unceremoniously. Yep. Anything else anyone wants to do before you
I
are
was
yanked
gonna
and
ask the same
chained?
thing, so-
Feel
I'll
free.
look at 'em too.
Investigation.
Yep.
16.
16. Okay.
14.
14. Yep.
Also 16.
Can I do insight instead of investigation?
Sure. You can get a feeling for them.
That would be a natural 20.
You got the feels.
Just take them.
I got a 9 on investigation.
9, okay. So Calvin, you are able to make out on one of them, on the backside of his armor, it simply says salvation on it.
Salvation Army.
It is the salvation armor. If you feel that
Poppy.
Maybe they'll be.
this
waiting for us.
is essentially a force that is made to collect and make slaves.
Oh.
That's what I get? Or
Yup.
that's what she gets?
That's what you get.
Okay.
Yep. You've dealt with not these particular people, but an entity that acts like this. And these guys are definitely about to process you guys to be slaves.
How many?
More than a dozen.
More than a dozen.
Yep. It's almost as if, as quickly as they got you out of that pod, it's almost as if they knew you guys were going to land and where you were going to land.
Do I see anything else around besides those 12 and desolate waste? Like, what other landmarks are there around?
And can we
Make
see
a-
any
As they're
other
holding me
costs?
aloft, I have a good bird's eye view.
Yep. You make a perception.
Do you think they have child labor laws?
No. Maybe.
Maybe.
21. In this
No problem.
space, most of what you see is gray, desolate wasteland. Trees that are dead and folded over. The mist hangs heavy in the sky. You can see it. It's like a dome in this space. It's not close enough to touch, but it's up there, right? It's like clearly a dome over this entire space that you in. What did you roll?
It's 21.
21. As you look up, roll a d6 for me. 3. You look up and see the Stargazer, but not as you just left it. It is pristine and immaculate, much like it just entered that space.
Stargazer of the ship we were on.
Yep,
What?
And it doesn't look like it's crashing.
correct.
Where were we? Maybe everybody else was on the ship. We weren't on the ship.
We were in some kind of
Yeah,
not in a
Mr.
plane,
Plane
in a
Walker.
plane.
Oh, shoot.
How far away is the Stargazer?
Dun dun dun.
We did get got. They're good. Free labor recruitment. It worked.
It is more than 400 feet up. So it's visible, but it's not like you couldn't see who's on the deck. You can see it's there, and you can see it's in immaculate, pristine condition.
Does
Is
it have the
moving?
It does.
The
It is
dark-
not.
Oh.
It is just there.
Can I'd like to look over and see what the commander is doing.
Sure. The commander looks like she's getting ready for a fight.
Are we
Okay, I
done,
see.
or can I attack?
That's up to you.
Do I have a clear line of...
You're
Fire.
currently like being held in the air like a skinned rabbit.
No problem. I like having that altitude right now.
You,
Do I have a clear line of fire for casting Firebolt without damaging
you could
my
certainly firebolt somebody from where you are, yeah.
Firebolt the badass looking guy.
Okay, go for it. Make an attack roll.
I guess, but like, do I see him like starting to do
That's
something?
how you
Uh-huh.
get top and
And like while he's
You
starting
take
to do
out the
that, I'm gonna
bags.
look at the commander and I'm just gonna say, "We're pretty beat up. Should we really take him on?
I don't know who the fuck these guys are. Do you?
I don't, but I don't know if I'm in a state to fight him off.
I'm going down swinging.
All right.
Are these like what? Are these like different races of people?
So with their like armor, it's virtually impossible to make out what they are. You can tell sizes. There's various sizes of these guys, but they are essentially wearing like heavy, like almost like SWAT team like armor, right? Like their faces are hidden, they're plated.
Think Fallout.
Yeah, I was thinking Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Similar to
Alright.
that. Yep.
So here are the images that
Yep.
I drew.
Yep.
I drew the end of Matrix, the third movie, going up out of the mist.
Okay.
I was
okay.
like, oh, just
Sure.
like Matrix,
Yep.
and Matrix 3.
Okay.
And then when they popped out, I'm like, oh yeah, it's Brotherhood of Steel. Yep, that's who it
Exactly
is.
where I went.
Right where I was at.
Okay. What'd you get?
You got her. 21.
21. You fire at, you said the largest or most in charge,
baddest.
biggest, baddest looking guy.
You've been to prison. You know what's up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how you
Yeah.
get. That's
Yeah.
how you get by in prison. You'll be the leader now.
Yep.
Always go after the biggest guy.
This guy doesn't even acknowledge your firebolt. Roll as much damage as you like. The one that's holding you puts your face into the ground. Oh, power just went out.
Oh.
Round
Oh.
out for.
We had one yesterday too.
Yeah, it was. I saw that Wii Energies was pretty rough yesterday.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Really?
Puts your face into the ground and holds you there. He then lets go of you and puts his boot on your back and just stands there.
That's great. I mean, terrible for you, but that's really good imagery.
I'm pretty crafty. I'm gonna try to squirm away.
Okay.
With, is that just kind of dexterity?
Yeah,
or-
make a dexterity check.
Are
No,
they?
acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, sure, if you want to do acrobatics.
Are they all like?
I got an
forcefully-
11.
Oh, sorry.
11. You squirm and he just presses harder on your back.
He's gonna break your bones.
You take
dude.
6 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh,
as he steps down on your spine.
6 points. Okay, I'll just be still.
So as this happens, I'm gonna look at the commander and say, I think we're better off just letting this happen, babe.
Let's see. Yeah, she sees Godert getting crushed under a boot, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not. No,
Yeah,
no, we should just go."
that's what that's what I'm saying.
That was my next question. So
Yep.
they're manhandling him,
Yep.
but are they manhandling all of us, or like? If
No,
we're,
anyone
like,
that doesn't resist,
okay.
you're just getting shuffled into the wagon.
More undead handling.
There's a
for
wagon
you,
now
and
too.
bird handling.
This is unfortunate.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Okay. Well, I'm just
Not a
keeping the
wagon
child
party.
close then. I know. How long is the caravan to their camp?
At least 20 sessions.
Real time. Real
Yes,
time.
real time.
20 seconds.
So you guys, if you continue to not resist, you are bound,
I'm gonna cry, Uncle.
shuffled into the wagon, tied together. The wagon ride is roughly an hour, and you approach to the city of Salvation.
As they're like shuffling us into the wagons.
Yep.
Can I like? I'm not trying to fight them, but I'm trying to like move up some armor to see if I can get a read that they're warforged or something that like for
Yep.
them to be living in the Moorland. There's got to be something special about them.
Yep. Make I would say you could do insight or perception, whichever you prefer for that.
I'll do insight.
Yep.
Do you think this like town is built around an atomic bomb? Still in the Fallout mindset.
Well, I went from a natural 20 to a 7.
7.
Maybe a 13.
Hmm?
Maybe a
No, I started with that first one was a nat 20, and this one was a 2.
Okay.
Would you get a 7
I got
total?
a 7.
Yeah. Don't judge.
You don't have any reason to believe that these are solely
You can listen to
warforged.
them now.
Okay.
You don't need to take notes.
They don't feel
I remember everything.
No, I don't.
particularly special from what I'm
Yes.
saying. Like they could be anybody
Yes.
and their mother that have decided to
Yep.
take up refuge in the Moorland.
Okay. So we're gonna fast forward a bit because you guys are now slaves.
Aw. I wanna, like, look out the
So now-
windows and see what's going on.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
but you guys are all bought at the slave market.
Are we
'Cause
bought
need to-
together?
You are not all bought
Okay.
together. You're processed.
No, my friends.
Assigned value. Auctioned off
Here's
to the
one.
highest bidder. And now you guys can decide by picking a card
Oh God.
what your fate is.
Ooh.
Do I have double
So why don't you guys all roll initiative and we'll see who gets to pick first.
I have double secret flag.
Nice.
Now here's the real question.
For initiative.
Ooh, got 5.
Do we
In
add
this
our
time-
initiative
oh,
on
yep,
this?
Do all your initiative
Yeah.
stuff and we'll get you in order.
I'm probably preempting things, so I'm just gonna stop asking questions.
You got 20.
I'm gonna let this be what it should be. I have 20.
Not 20.
21.
Jesus.
It's because
Okay.
I told you that.
23. I
Because I told
You
you
have
you're an
23?
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
Golly.
Because I told you
Yeah,
you were an
free
effing idiot.
upgrade initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good place to roll
Just to
back.
spite him, I'm gonna.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Take 19.
I'm gonna get the better
Yeah.
Tanith, what'd you get?
11.
Oh boy. Uh-uh. What'd you roll?
5.
5, of course you did.
Did you see the end of the game, Chris?
Okay, who rolled 23? That was
Or heart
Kellen.
attack.
5 unanswered runs, not great.
Still won though,
Yeah, yeah, a win is a win.
right? And it's a
Okay.
sweep.
It's a sweep.
1, 2,
Right?
3, 4.
On
There's
the
6 of
roll.
them. So pick whichever one you
And a
want.
team above 500, right?
No, they aren't.
Okay.
They've been scuffling.
Who got 22?
Oh, I got 21.
Who got
Oh,
22?
I was 22.
22?
I don't know, man. After the last time we did this, I'm scared.
I know. 21.
That's so mean. I'll take this one.
That'd be me. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, and then I need to know who got on the back of your paper. There should be a number. I need to know who got what.
I got 6.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
6 is tie. Okay. Amanda, what'd you get?
5.
Zach,
4.
Rick.
1.
Okay. What'd you get? Olivia. 2. Olivia. And then Chris, what'd you get?
I mean, the only one left would be 3.
Okay, you guys are free to share those if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But you do have homework to do, and you need to either text me or email me your answers to your homework before next time. Because I'm not writing this whole campaign by myself.
Yep.
Do we all have the same questions?
No.
Now, so now I have a question
Yes.
from before. Did we long rest and did we keep our stuff?
I guess that's up to you to decide. I would say
Feel out how you would have been treated.
feel out how you would have been treated.
Okay.
Your stuff would have been probably sold with you, but I guess that's up to you to decide.
Yeah, see how you feel from this
Yep.
primer?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I?
Love it.
I
Fun.
just want to say,
Yes.
when we had the rest, I want to immediately do my check for planes again
Okay.
from where we are.
Check for what?
Oh, yeah.
planes.
Like material planes.
Yeah.
Not airplanes.
Okay. Alright, I was like,
It's like at first I'm like,
Sorry.
when you saw the
Flying?
Stargazer. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's
Do they
different
have
planes of
airplanes
existence.
here?
The plane, boss, the plane.
Where am I gonna? Because I've got the detect portal once per short rest.
Yep.
I can detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile of me.
Within 1 mile. Okay. So from where you are, within 1 mile, you don't feel anything nearby, but you do feel like the mist itself, the giant dome itself, doesn't give you a clear reading. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, and that's kind of what you experienced before, was that the mist is like a jumble to that sense, but horizontally on the ground here, you don't feel anything immediately. But the mist is definitely a jumble in your brain. It feels confusing to that sense.
One more question.
Yes.
From where we are, like not after we got sold, but once we got to like Salvation,
Mhm.
could we still see the ship in the sky?
Mm-hmm.
The Stargazer?
Yep.
Does it just stay there the entire time we're being processed?
Roll a d6.
Does it call us to rescue us?
4.
4. In that space, that stargazer looks like virtually immaculate. However, its deck is very clearly lit up and it's bright inside there. It looks different.
So
like
what was
they're
the
having a
answer?
party.
Sorry, Oh, okay. So you're answering questions about the stargazer that she saw.
Yep.
Okay. And would all of us have started to notice the stargazer?
If you were looking for it, yeah, you would have noticed it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have necessarily been. I guess I would have been paying attention to what's going on around us.
Mhm.
I would have been trying to look through any windows or cracks of the wagon. Is there a top on top of the wagon, or is it?
Yeah, it's an open wagon. It's just, got its cover top over
I'm
it.
sorry.
Up here,
I was
over.
reading this and I didn't. So you're talking about the travel from package?
Yep, from
Then yeah, I
pod
guess
to
I
the
probably
stargazer.
would be.
Or from Salvation.
I'd probably be like paying attention, like okay, not to play DM, but I am going to hold on. I'm going to do insight to see if I notice that you took my comments in the pod poorly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's really worried about that right now.
Yeah.
No, I
As
mean
you
we have an
should
hour of nothing
Yep.
to do, right?
Yep. Yep, you guys are all chained together and just kind of unceremoniously
So
in this
it
wagon.
would have been a 12.
12. Do you think he would have seen that you're mad at him?
Probably. I don't think Quillith really hides her
Okay.
emotions.
So I'll go up to Quillith while we're doing that, and because we had a connection, and I'll say, hey, it seems like you're mad at me. I just wanted to talk.
I mean, I know it's my fault, and you didn't have to really like point it out.
Oh Jesus! And so, and I would look. It would take me a second to like realize what was going on, and I would like be quizzical, and then just do the eyes wide open, like, oh shit, I fucked up, and look at you and just say, I'm sorry. That wasn't directed at you. And quietly, without the others, I'm gonna look at her and say, okay, I don't want you to freak out. Okay.
I'm not prone to freaking out, as we know this.
So, ever since we left the mist, there is a spectral head of Egan Baker that sits within 15 feet of me, constantly mocking me.
Just his head?
Just his head.
Are you okay mentally?
I'm gonna say
As you're on a slave wagon.
it is
Are you
Quillith.
gonna be okay?
Quillith. It's a struggle, and I lost my cool. And at that moment, he was floating next to you, and I was taking it out on him because it was all his fault. None of this shit would have happened without that piece of shit Egan Baker.
I mean, fuck that guy. Should I? Do you want me to try?
No, I don't know. I greatly prefer you didn't, because the last time I had Calvin try to help, it got worse.
Well, I hope it gets better.
As do I, and I am sorry.
As we're
for
walking down in the chain
hurting
gang,
you. That was not my intention. And I just wanted to make sure you understood where I was coming from and apologize for what I did.
There's just a lot going on right now, man.
So that would be one of the things I would want to resolve on the thing, on the wagon.
The head. It's just his head. We didn't chop off his head, did we?
No, it is no joke. Like a floating. It's like a ghost. It's like a spectral ghost head that is constantly mocking me.
That just looks like him well and
It is
fine.
it is Ian Baker's head, as if it were plain as day, talking to me, telling me I am terrible. I'll never amount to anything.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I think.
I feel a little bit of. I feel a connection to Walter. I understand a bit of what he was going through now.
Yeah, but do we see any huge blue babies walking around as we're getting parked off?
You have not.
Bob.
No sign of
Bob
Bob.
in our slave train right now.
Okay, so while we're on the wagon,
Yep.
I'm gonna take my 10,000 mark of credit and shove when the sun doesn't shine and not for anybody else. Hey, do you want the other one? The second one had a 1. Oh, by the way, I haven't sold knives, didn't I? Got myself out of the ropes, hopefully, in an hour and all that, so I can
Got
do
it.
that.
You're still sold as a slave, so.
As long as I have 10,000 marks somewhere, I just.
So I like that idea. I'm going to, while I'm talking to you, I'm going to take one of them. Like, I'm going to look around and see if there's any slavers in here, and I'm going to hand you one of them.
And I have
You,
two.
you gave me one when I was down in the hole. Though,
We all have
right,
2,
didn't
don't
you?
we?
The
Us
four
four
of us
have-
have 2.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, got it.
Yeah, so only 1 and a half.
Okay, the one that didn't go inside of you? Okay, good.
Oh no, he's gonna say. Oh wait, no. This one was 8,000. That one was 10,000.
Up she goes.
And we all
God.
put them in our butt.
The end.
Can you, are you guys excited to hear that on the replay of the podcast? And then it goes
We
up
all
our
put our
butts.
money up our butts.
And I have 700 gold.
started
Not
this.
extra
I
money.
did.
And
I have 700 gold pieces. I'm gonna try to hide 10 where they won't find it, but not quite so weird.
Okay.
but
And
no,
it is
Like in your armpit.
In
In
a
your
perfect,
cheeks.
Christopher Walken, he's gonna that scene from was that Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
The watch that goes up his butt.
Yep.
I get butt money. That's what's going in the notes.
I'm gonna try to make sure at least one of my knives stays on me regardless of what happens.
Okay. Got it.
I try to hide my money on me as well. My notes.
Okay. Got it.
You don't want to say where though, huh?
I probably have a compartment, so it's probably not. Yeah, it's probably not what you guys are going through.
Well, I get all the extras.
Anything else you guys need questions about your cards or anything? Anybody want to share? It's up to you guys.
I'm at a church, so it seems fitting that I'm glowing.
Yeah, do we want to share ours?
It's totally up to you guys if you want to share or
Would
not.
we have known? Like, I don't know how the selling process
Probably not,
works.
but we can share.
Well, I was gonna say if we're being auctioned off, right? So
Yeah.
we would. I was gonna ask, would I have paid attention to who
I would have lost all of my
who was
pythons
bought by
and
who?
because
Because
that would have
depending on
not come with
how
me.
many people went ahead of me, I would have tried to have paid attention to who went
Yeah,
ahead.
I think if you guys want to pay attention to where people went, you could, but if people don't want to share, that's totally up to them.
I definitely want to pay attention to where the child went.
Although, if we actually used our initiative order as we picked,
Yep.
I wouldn't have paid attention. I wouldn't have been able to see Neff and then where would the captain have been?
Oh yeah,
Commander,
That's
yeah.
good.
we're-
Oh yeah, the
Actually,
commander's got to go in there too.
Yeah, I
she
don't
gets
know
out
where
scot
Eberron
free.
She didn't work at
Yeah.
the church with me.
Oh, you could go to a church.
Commander,
I
shit,
know,
you also got a
right?
lot.
Is it a good church?
Oh, the commander got a
it's
1.
The First United Church of
Okay,
Misty
so-
Vokers, so no.
Oh, what?
What?
Misty Vokers?
So nobody would have
First
really been able to
United.
see where she went.
First
She
United.
rolled a 1, so she would have been last to go.
I will tell you
Sorry.
the
I lost
organization,
my
but I'm
girl.
not going to give
You
you
Lost
did.
2 girls.
You did.
Emerald Claw.
Maybe I'll find one at your
Ooh.
Hey,
I get to work
yeah.
for the terrorists that took down that we fought right
Well,
in the first
that's
section.
then you can sort of like investigate. You know, at least you got information. You got a bad pick.
Oh
but
yeah,
you got
I
information.
am solid in with the Emerald Claw.
I'm with mom.
Wait,
Paul
you
sent a couple farmers.
Emerald Claw.
Oh, that's
Emerald Claw.
cute.
You saw that I got sold to another Warforged, but a very shiny, new-looking Warforged. Like they haven't seen a lot of battle.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And they are a cook, and I've been hired to work in the kitchen.
What the fuck, Chris? Where are you? Where are you? I'm getting kind of irritated.
Yeah, so you got a church. You are working on a farm.
Yep.
Hanging on
You're
the
a,
farm.
a chef's assistant.
And-
Where were you?
Yep.
My Warforged owner can't taste anything.
Oh yes,
I
you
get
eat-
fed constantly.
Oh my gosh, you're living it up! What the
You're gonna be a
hell?
sad little halfling by the time you're done.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're a big.
Oh, second breakfast is too many seconds.
Yep.
Um,
You need to be halfling, not a. Are you halfling? Or,
She's halfling.
you're halfling. You're a gnome.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. It fits perfect.
I was also sold to a group that wants me to fix a colossal warforged.
Not a water chip.
Interesting.
Not a water chip.
Not a water chip.
Not a water chip.
Does anybody have to
Too
fix
bad I
a
didn't
water
do
chip?
this.
Because that would be hilarious.
A water chip?
From Fallout.
Fallout.
Oh.
No, I was assigned to salvation, scrap, and mining.
Nice!
I'm abused, and I work in a factory line,
Oh,
and it's terrible.
And you still have the play.
And I still have the play.
Oh no!
And I picked last this time.
I don't know why.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Your
terrible
character
for her.
just cannot catch a break.
Nope.
Oh my god.
this is like when I was handing out numbers for who was gonna pull the alarm to set it off, and it
Yep.
was like it's the chaos person. It's always the
Yep.
chaos person. Even when we try to do it randomly, it's you get it. That's you know.
Rip.
There might be some positive, but there's a lot of negative here. Just saying.
So wait, on the homework questions,
Yes.
that's questions about the
Yes.
question.
What happened?
Your
during
your
organization.
time there. Yep.
So one of my questions is, what did you do there? That's what did my Warforged friend do in the war, or like
No. What did you, Calvin, do while you were there with them?
and so why didn't you escape? Is me, Calvin? Okay.
Yep. You got
I
it.
suppose you learned to be a wonderful cook and will win at Hell's Kitchen.
Dad just learned about Hell's Kitchen.
What
Yes,
you do.
Tom, you get to write a cooking show
That's
episode.
my
But you just learned about Hell's Kitchen?
I,
He did.
I'd heard about it, but
Oh,
we were
It's
out
so good.
at the a
Really?
restaurant,
I've
had on the
never
street
liked
for
Hell's
us to,
Kitchen.
like,
What did
watch
Quillith
it.
get? Are you gonna share?
No.
Yeah,
the
I
first
heard
ones
about
are
the
fun.
church.
Oh yeah, you got the church. That's
Like,
right.
make you like
I'm gonna have a great
create your
time
own
there.
restaurant.
Nice.
Or no,
Learn
not
that.
music.
It fades out.
Different.
It's too
But that's what he
American
got
for me.
Was that, I think it was
Like,
music.
I just,
But he did.
It's too American.
it's too American. Like,
Season 1,
Oh,
there's this guy with brown
He
hair.
didn't win.
He makes it to the end, okay? And he's yelling
You
at
never
his
did fall.
staff, and he's like, "You cook as slow as an old person fucks," and that just lives in my head forever. Hell's Kitchen.
yeah, it's just, I like
Oh.
British baking show. I like Top Chef. I like them because they're just, they
Top
feel,
Chef is fun.
they feel more civil. Like even the biggest drama on Top Chef is nowhere near what all the other cooking shows and stuff like are.
Yeah, I watched the one season of Hell's Kitchen with my daughter.
Yeah.
She was all about reality cooking shows.
Mm-hmm.
We used our favorite one is The Worst Cooks in America.
Oh yeah, did you hear she died?
Yes, yes, I
No.
did.
And
We're a little
I was
loony.
wondering why last season she wasn't on it again.
Well, she just died, so I would assume that and it was her show though. So
It
maybe,
was.
maybe she had outtakes.
That's that's why I was wondering because I was very shocked
I
that she
hadn't
wasn't.
been keeping up with it though for
Yeah.
quite a while.
That
Oh, yeah,
will
that's-
make me
That's one